Good morning, good morning, good afternoon. That's a good start, isn't it? Good afternoon, one and all. I'm sure it's morning. Somebody somewhere is watching this in the morning. I'm sure you are. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everybody watching. It's match day, of course, and today sees us pitting our wits. Well, not us. We just sort of sit back and watch it, don't we? But let's say David Moyes pitting his wits against Rafa Benitez. I think two good, solid Premier League managers. I'm going to say coaches, not really coaches. These are old-fashioned managers, really, aren't they? So I'm looking forward to this one. Confidence is sort of swaying, a bit of a roller coaster on the confidence with this one today. It has to be said. I was initially not too confident. Then I listened to David Moyes' comments. I mentioned this in the Patreon breakfast this morning, but I listened to David Moyes' comments about this being a good time to go to top four, or it being as good a time as any to go for top four is pretty much what he said. I don't necessarily agree with him, but I like the attitude. So that gave me more confidence. Then you hear that Richarlison's out, possibly. This is the whole point. We're going to know the lineups in a minute. Calvert-Lewin. Then I looked at the rest of their team and saw the central midfield again and saw the form that maybe Townsend is in. Isn't it funny, actually, when you look at a team that's got Andros Townsend in it and you're thinking, oh, this could be a little bit difficult. But I looked at their team and actually, this is a really, really even game. So anyway, I know there's some of you in the chat, which I'm not looking at just yet, will know the lineups. I'm doing the lineups au naturel. I don't mean naked. I'm not reading the lineups naked, by the way. Just so as you know, for our player ratings video, for those of you that are watching, our Patreon player ratings, myself and Geo are going to do it tomorrow because Geo's at the game. So what we want to do is myself and Geo want to get together tomorrow morning, and one of us who's discussing it from the comfort of his sofa, and another one who's discussing it from the comfort of a very nice seat at Goodison Park, it has to be said. So it'd be interesting to see the differences between somebody that's there and somebody that wasn't there. But I'm looking forward to it. I am very, very much looking forward to this. I am going to start refreshing because we're almost there. It's almost time for the lineups. So I'm refreshing everything. I'm refreshing the West Ham page. I'm refreshing One Football. I'd just be interested to see who gets it first. I know there's a load of you. Don't you sign up for this stuff? I think you might be on ex-West Ham United employees' secret list and you get the team early. I'm not on Santa Claus's secret list, so I have to do it. Oh, we've got a team. Let's have a little look at this. Let's share this team with you. It's funny. I've clicked the team up and it's got one of the people from Arsenal Fan TV right behind it. I don't know why. Why would that be? I've no idea. Anyway, let's block him out. Okay. Oh, there's changes. Oh, do you know what? I feel a bit guilty for calling David Moyes a liar now about the right back situation. Fabianski starts in goal. We'll talk about that in a minute, I think. Possibly the biggest talking point is Ben Johnson at right back. So, I mean, this is a situation that we probably didn't see coming, did we? Both Fredericks and Soufal. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go through the team. Johnson at right back. Kurt Zouma and Angelo Ogbonna as your centre halves for today. Aaron Cresswell starts at left back. Then you've got Declan Rice as captain and Thomas Souček in the middle. Pablo Fornals, Benrahma, Bowen and Antonio. There we go. I think with the exception of Ben Johnson there, who I think we'd all probably expect Worry to be fit, Soufal to be there, more or less our first team. We'll talk about the goalkeeper in a second. Let's get to that because that is worth talking about. The bench is Areola, Baptiste, Dawson Diop, 3 centre halves, Masuaku, Harrison Ashby. That's interesting. Lanzini, Vlasic, and Andriy Yarmolenko, who had a very good scored a very good goal, I believe, for the Ukraine during the week, during the international break. That's interesting, isn't it? That is interesting. Okay, right. I'd like to be interested to know if anybody's got the Everton team. If you could flash it up there, please. If not, I might just try and get it a little bit quicker by using by using this. Not quite up just yet, so I don't have the Everton team up there. Somebody's saying full of pace. I'm guessing that's not particularly the West Ham team. That's for sure. Let me just see if we can click it and get it. Anyway, there you go. What do we think of the team? That is very, very interesting indeed. We will have to go through the players, I think, in sequential order. The goalkeeper one's a funny one. The goalkeeper one is a funny one. Okay, cheers, James Gunn. James Gunn's giving it to me here. Pickford, Coleman, Godfrey, Decore, Iwobi, Townsend, Gray, Rondon, which means, from what I can see there, that means that Richarlison is not playing. That means that Calvert-Lewin is not playing. Neil from Down Under, thank you very much, sir. Pickford, Coleman, Godfrey, Keane, Dina, Alan, Al, Big Al, Little Al, Decore, Gray, Townsend, Iwobi, Rondon. Okay. Okay, now I can only assume, looking at that, so Seamus Coleman is in, which means Godfrey's playing as a centre half. Godfrey had been playing at fullback there. I think it's quite a strong team in areas. However, and I think Gray's been a tremendous signing. I think Townsend's been a really good signing, and I think Rondon is okay. I mean, if he can be absolute beast on his day, can't he? That's for sure. We've got to be able to at least try and keep this team quiet. I think that's the thing. I think it's going to be really interesting whether we can score against them. That's what's interesting to me. James, that is a really that's not James. Sorry, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. Where is Krell? Or, as Zuma likes to say, where Krell? Where Krell? Uwe Le Krell. Where is Krell? That is an interesting one. Just looking at West Ham team. Again, this is going to be very, very interesting. Right, okay. Well, welcome to the build-up show. We have much to discuss. We're going to discuss the goalkeeper in a second. Before I do, may I just point you in the way of the sponsor for this particular video is Manscaped. Manscaped, which is a men's grooming tool. I was going to say men's grooming tool. They do all sorts of clippers. All right. So if you want to trim your beard, if you want to trim your nostril hair, if you want to trim your ears, if you want to trim your dinkle, not dinkle. I don't mean your actual dinkle. No man wants to trim it. No man wants less dinkle than he's got, right? But the hair, if you want to groom the hair, this is the company for you, all right? They're very, very good. I've actually even just bought a nostril trimmer. It's excellent. Now, the best thing is, if you go onto Manscaped, which is, the link is underneath. Now, it's uk.manscaped.com. And if you want to purchase something, and in the discount code area, you type in Hammers Chat, you get 20% off. 20% off. Not 20% off your dinkle. 20% off the price you would pay for a man's grooming kit. They got all sorts of stuff in there. Go and have a look. Go and have a look at it. Ladies, if you want to buy your man something for Christmas, early Christmas present, and I promise you it won't shorten his dinkle, just the hair. I'm not very good at this, so anyway, there you go. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I've done my bit. Look, go and buy yourself something. It's 20% off. If you don't worry about it. If you don't, you're just going to be very, very hairy. There we go. Anyway, I like this. Man bags. It's funny because they sent Manscaped sent us a kit, and they said to us, I'll be honest with you, Manscaped sent this kit. They said, we're not going to sponsor you, but if you get 10 sign-ups, or you do 10 sales with the Hammers Chat discount code, we'll sponsor you. But they gave us a kit. They said, try it out. And actually, it did come. The kit did come in a man bag. They gave us a t-shirt and some pants, which I've not quite been brave enough to wear yet, to be honest with you. But it was very, very good. And some deodorant and some powder and some aftershave for areas that you wouldn't think. Let's put it that way. Anyway, that's that. Let's talk about the the hairy situation regarding the goalkeeper. Never mind anything else. Where's that team again? Fabianski. Do you think this is his last? I don't mean last chance ever for West Ham, but this is his last chance to keep the first team. Sure. Have I got that right? Am I calling that right? Sorry. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. A bit A bit down there. Right, Fabianski. I thought that would be. I thought that would be it. I thought two flaps. Where are you going with this? Where are you going with this? I've in a goalkeeping sense, two flaps don't make for a first team place, as the old saying goes. Have you ever heard that saying before? I haven't. I think we'll keep it. Two flaps don't make for a first team place, and he's had a couple of flaps. as Fabio. Oh God. Anyway, he's made two mistakes. He's made two errors as our beloved Fabianski. I thought he'd be out of the team. I really do. So we've got the Brentford flap and the Man United flap. I thought that would be enough to let Areola in. My God, this doesn't get any better, does it? I don't know why. I'm not reading that outside. I don't even know why you're tuning in for this nonsense. Anyway, I think that's really, really interesting. Is that the Fabianski inclusion? But I don't think he gets a third mistake. Let's use that word instead. I don't think he gets a third mistake. It's true, Trev. I'm trying, my friend. I'm really trying. Okay. Oh dear, I've embarrassed myself actually. Gone a bit red. Right. Anyway. That's that. Thank you, Charlie. In the background, he's popped up a team. No more talk about flaps. Let's talk about Johnson. Johnson is in. He's playing his favourite position, which is obviously at right back. I thought he was fibbing. I thought Moyes was fibbing. I did. I thought he was playing the old mind games again. But no, it did turn out that both Fredericks and Soufal were injured. Johnson comes in. It's a big game for him. But may I suggest, not a bad one, because you would find normally Richarlison would playing, might not start always that side, but pulls a lot to the left, doesn't he? Which will be the area where Johnson's going to be defending. I expected Damari Gray to play more centrally, so I just wonder if he's going to be up against Alex Iwobi. I don't want to, as we discussed, if you're watching a Patreon breakfast this morning, we decided that actually I say I'm not superstitious, but actually I am. So I'm not going to slag off Alex Iwobi in case he scores against us, because then it's not my fault. Clearly I am superstitious and suspicious. Big game for Johnson. Massive game. And Crowell, yes, sorry. Adams said, yeah, obviously wasn't fibbing about that. Basically, he's decided to tell the truth this week, David Moyes. Zuma and Ogbonna, there were a couple of suggestions. I don't know if you noticed them. There were a couple of suggestions in the build-up to this game that maybe Ogbonna might get dropped for Diop. Now, I granted, none of this came from David Moyes. It was just fans saying it. And personally, I don't think they're at risk at all. I don't think they're any more. I don't think Ogbonna or Zuma are any more at risk of losing their place than Thomas Souček is. Did you see the stat about Souček, who's run more than any other player in the Premier League? So clearly there's a reason why he's in there. And Moyes likes that. Even if you're not getting the goals or the assists or whatever your particular attribute is, as long as you're running, you're in the team. As long as and he does appear to be the player that's run most in the Premier League. All I would suggest is it sort of looks like it. It doesn't look like he's run more than any other player in the Premier League and he looks fit as a fiddle. He looks like he's run more than any other player in the Premier League and he's knackered, which you would understand. If you've run more than anyone else, you're going to be more knackered than anyone else. It sort of stands to reason, doesn't it? I think we're going to have to do a little sneaky old bet today again because Geo's not here. And when Geo's not here, I think it's very, very important that we have a crafty bet that yields a lot of money. Because Geo's the betting expert, as we know. I'm not the betting expert. None of my bets have ever come in, but I think one day when they do, it's happy days for everybody. We haven't lost much money. We've only lost 50 pence. Actually, 50 pence, big bet for me. Let's trim it down. I said trim it down a bit to 25 pence. But we're all millionaires, Rodders. You know what I mean? I might get Souček. On the score sheet. Sky Sports will just talk about Newcastle takeover. I'll tell you what, I won't. Someone left a comment on a video last week and said, I've tuned into Hammer's chat to get away from the Newcastle takeover talk, and you're talking about Newcastle. So I do apologise. That much is true. But what can you do? We won't be talking about it today. Can somebody please tell Rice not to push forward, please? Says Harry. Is there somebody to can any of us, any of you, basically, Harry wants to know, are any of you lot going to tell Rice not to push forward? Are you at the game? If so, can you tell him not to push forward, Harry says. I'm betting Geo hasn't used Manscaped on his two Haggises. Actually, apparently, Geo has. Well, actually, Geo used the Manscaped in before I did. To be honest with you, I was I actually used it on my face before it got used and any other regions. That's for sure. But Gio being a man of the world and being a younger man than I am, I think he just couldn't wait. Yeah, I'll do this anyway. There you go. Nothing left. Trimmed his dinkle right down. Nothing. Mostly a stump now. I can't believe it. Anyway, excuse me. You have to excuse me. Right. So, what are we thinking for today? You've seen the team lineups. You've heard about Johnson. What's Andy Walsh has messaged me. Oh, bless you. Sorry, Andy Walsh. He's a very nice like that. He did actually message me and I started recording the message. Sorry, Andy, I started accidentally recording a message to you there. That was the Everton lineups. I've got them now, but it's very kind of you, my friend. The phone always goes on mute when I'm doing this sort of thing. So we've seen the lineups. What do we think about that? Johnson being in there. So I'm thinking three main areas of conversation on this one. The first one is Fabianski. The second one is Johnson, for obvious reasons. Not that he's got any choice. And the last one is Souček. Let's just go through those lineups again while I try and bide a little bit of time and get Bet365 up. Look at that. I'm going to glare off that screen. That's a bright screen, really, isn't it? I'll get Bet365 up and we'll start to work on a little bit. That's naughty. I've put in Bet365 in a Google search and it's giving me Sky Bet. I don't want Sky Bet. If I wanted Sky Bet, that's naughty. I'd have typed Sky Bet in. What's my password? What's my pen? 69. Done. Okay. Don't tell anyone. Right. Here we go. West Ham v Everton. That's just ready. I'll put that down to the side there. Ready for our little bet. You're going to help me with that. Let's go through the teams just one more time. My dog's here. Say hello. Never says anything, that dog. West Ham lineups. Lucas Fabianski, Glenn Johnson, Kurt Zouma, Angelo Ogbonna, Aaron Cresswell, Declan Rice, Thomas Big Soup, Salah Souček, Jim Bowen, I know, Sai Benrahma, El Fornicador, and Mikel Antonio. For Everton, Pickford, Seamus Coleman, Keane, Godfrey, Dina, Big Al, Decore, Townsend, Iwobi, Gray, and Rondon. The excellent Iwobi, who I won't slag off at all. Oh, what a player. What a player. I mean, he's sensational. I think worth every penny of the £1 billion or whatever it was they paid for him. Fantastic. I'd tip him to have a good game today, but I'm not going to bet on it. But we are going to bet on something, aren't we? Sketch. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Hold on a second. This looks more interesting. My missus just walked into the living room and demanded to know why grown men are talking about flaps. Well, Mrs. Clarkson, if you're still watching, I was a little bit peckish this afternoon, and I wasn't sure whether to go with a billionaire's cheese shortbread or the flapjacks, and I went with the flapjacks. So we were just talking about how lovely my flaps were. Basically, that was it. Nothing untoward at all. Nothing to see here, Mrs. Clarkson. Carry on with your day. Thank you very much. What player do you need to manscape the most? Ask James for £2. Oh, who's the hairiest? See, El Fornicador has got a little beard. I don't know what's going on down there with El Fornicador, but I'm talking facially. But it's not quite happening. It's a bit like Lanzini's beard. It's not quite happening for him, isn't it? I think Lanzini probably trims his beard twice a year, something like that. Who is the hairiest? Someone help me out here. Who on earth is the hairiest? I don't know. It's interesting. Have we got a massively bearded player? I'm not talking about Lanzini or Benrahma or Fornals. I'm talking about a Brian Blessed. Big, big. We haven't got anyone. Ginge had one, didn't he? Ginge used to have a massive, massive beard. Vlasic has got a bit of a beard. Yeah, maybe him. Shall we do the bet? Let's do the bet. Here we go. Right then, my lovelies. This could be a very, I was going to say this could be a very, very interesting bet. This could be an absolutely terrible bet. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see, it's bloody buffering. It's buffering. I don't know why it would do that. Why would it do that? I don't know. We're going to go into 4G. Absolutely terrible. Come on, bet. Let's go for the exact score. Do you know what? The first thing I've seen is Doug. Hello, Doug. Cresswell booked. Cresswell booked. Does he really get bookings that much? He tends not to get a booking, doesn't he? I think so. I don't know. Flaps to score 100 to 1. Absolutely. Okay. I think we need a score line. This is not the same as your predicted score. It's something for me to put in. I want to get the exact score line for here. So start putting some score lines in now, please. And the first double one that I see will be draw at half time, Everton full time, easy money. No, I'm not doing that one, but I like it. Okay, so I've got a 2-1, got a 3-1. Okay, so 2-2-1s. So we're going, okay, I'm going with that because we had Sai and Major have both said 2-1. Okay, right. So score. I'm going to do that. 2-1. Where's my good glasses? Where's me? You were not going. You don't know any of these things. Hold on. Excuse me. Substitution. Tactical substitution. Cresswell off. Masuaku on. Start. There we go. Right then. Okay. So we're going to go with West Ham to score 2 goals. Everton score 1. That's 10 to 1. Add for 10 to 1. Okay. Right then. It's a start. It's a start. Zuma to score. Zuma to score. I like this. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Player to score. We'll do Zuma anytime, shall we? Anytime. The dog's scratching himself, but he's hitting my chair at the same time. Behave yourself. Where is Zuma? Kurt Zuma to score anytime is 65 to 1. That makes the bet 65 to 1. Okay. Money penny. Vlasic. Money penny has nothing to do with Vlasic. We can't do one for Flapianski to flap it over the bar twice. Penalty awarded. I don't think we can quite do that one. Come on, people. Give me something else. Give me something else. Fornell's booked. Fornell's booked. Why not? Why don't we do that? Okay, card. See, I need a really big bet here, basically. Play a card. Where's El Fornicador? They probably aren't calling him El Fornicador in this. They got Soufal to be booked. It ain't going to happen. I'll tell you that much now. It ain't going to happen. Where's El Fornicador? No, not sent off. Booked. Booked. Bloody thing. Look, it's this bet, this app, it's all buffering. Can you see it? It's just buffering the whole bloody time. Not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. Come on, play a card. Ah, there it is. Oh, I see. It's because I'm having to go down a page. It just takes ages to load. I don't like it. Oh, do you know what? I don't like this app. Oh, blimey. Booked 4 nails, 325 to 1. That's good. Let's have one more bet. Over 10. No. The thing is, Mr. Thornton. The trouble is with that is we've got a defensive team basically in Everton and a team that in West Ham can often be a defensive team. And he said over 35 corners. I would show you my fluffy pet, but he's lying on the floor sulking now because he's locked in the shed. He decided to come into the shed before I started recording. If he's not careful, I'll get the old manscaped trimmer on him. He won't be fluffy anymore. Alan booking. Alan to be booked. Okay, let's have a look at that. Play a card. Let's have an Alan booking. Oh, his name is Marquez Allen. Did you know that? Did you know it was Marquez Allen? if we can. It's buffering again. This is absolute nonsense. I'm gonna do. It's my own fault. I should have turned on the. I got Wi-Fi down here, but I often don't turn it on because it's got this. This has got the Ethernet cable in it, basically. So we're going to switch over in a minute from 4G, which is, I'm telling you, it's just buffering. It's buffering the whole time. Do you see that? We'll get there. We'll get there. Come on, give us an Alan booking. Give us an Alan booking. Play a card. No, there's a lot of buffering going on. Please excuse me. I should. Here we go. Right then. Okay, I think we're going to need one more thing. Okay, we're going to need one more thing to make this bet. To make this bet proper, basically, play a card. We're not making it at the moment. It's actually bet 365. Do you know what? If I ever, I'll tell you now, bet 365 are crap. They're absolute. Oh no, they're not. It's back working. I was just gonna say, just in case they ever wanted to sponsor us in the future, it's very, very good. This is really weird. Really weird. I don't understand what it's doing. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. I do apologise about this. This is awful. I'll tell you what. Right, you're going to have to leave it with me. I'll have to put it on afterwards. It's now put it back. It was 325 to 1. It's now put it on 180 to 1. Basically, you know when at the start, when they said, I'll put this on, we'll do a phrase, and whatever the winnings are, somebody will get something. I know it sounds a little bit vague, but I can't wait on that app. You know at the start when it said Sky, it was either Sky, but it suggested Sky Bet. I said, no, bet 365. Bet 365 are crap. All right? Crap. I don't care if they want to sponsor Hammers Chat. They're crap. It keeps happening. Their app's crap. It keeps crashing. Awful. Bloody awful. Hopefully I never approach and say, can we please sponsor Hammers Chat? Not they probably have a word, but just in case they do, it's crap. There you go. Bit like Tetley Tea. It's crap. Bit like Heineken. Heineken is crap. All right. So there you go. 3 brands never to be associated with Hammers Chat. So I won some tickets yesterday at the arcade at Space Invaders. There was a bonus on Space Invaders, which my daughter said, "Oh, you've got to get those tickets. Play Space Invaders. I need 4,000 tickets." And there was this thing where if you won on Space Invaders, you get this bonus of 1,000 tickets. I said, "No problem. I'll get that bonus. I only got to win Space Invaders 4 times. How hard can it be? Space Invaders. I know how to play Space Invaders. I'm the king. I'm the Space Invaders king." I actually won about 20 tickets. There you go. Which is not enough for anything, basically. Okay. Hold on. That's Sharky. Stoke City's chairman is a Bet365 owner. Well, I don't like him. I don't like you, Stoke City owner, and I think your app is crap. But I'll tell you what I will do, out of honesty. Hold on. Excuse me. Right, I'm gonna put it on here. We're going 2-1 West Ham. We're going 4-0's booking. 4-0 to be booked. Alan to be booked. And we're doing, what was the other one again? It was Zuma to score. I'm going to put that on. If it wins any money, I'll share it between all of you. No, I won't. I won't share it between all of you. If it wins any money, what we're going to do is the phrase for today, which you've all been waiting for. I completely mucked out that app. I've not even made it up yet. Something to do with. Hold on, so I'm just looking to see. I have to excuse me. I'm looking at the teams again. Flappy-Ansky doesn't need manscaping. All right, Flappy-Ansky doesn't need manscaping. Simple as that. Put that in the chat. Or you could put Bet365 is crap. In fact, that'll do as well. Bet365 is crap, or Flappy-Ansky doesn't need manscaping. If that bet wins, I'm going to take all the winnings out of a Bet365. I'm going to close my account, which means I'm going to remove the last £2.40 from my Bet365 account. I'm going to put it somewhere else to an app that actually works. That crashed 3 times. Basically, Bet365 have ruined our build-up video. We don't like them. Anyway. As Happy Hammerette. Where's she gone? She's gone. There she is, over there. Flappyansky doesn't need manscaping, or Bet365 is crap. Crap. Awful. 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 I, I wonder if this sort of got, like it gets hashtags and things like that. So what do you got? Nearly 500 people watching this. I don't know how many people watch this preview, but so I don't know, maybe a couple of thousand people, hopefully, might watch this preview. I do wonder if it sort of starts as some algorithm somewhere, and it's sort of triggering the bat phone in the Bet365 office saying, "Hold on, 2,000 people are instantly calling us crap. Why? What's happened?" Well, it's your own fault. It's your own fault. Go back and watch this video and look at your stupid bloody app buffering. Load of old rubbish. Charlie, come in and join me. Come and rescue me. Hello.
If Bet365 do happen to see this, I would say that's not the opinion of Hammers Chat in general. And again, we are open to sponsorship. It's just specifically Gonzo. And Gonzo would ask, why not just use a different betting app?
Can I just... You have something on your head.
Why not just use it? Thank you. It's the ownership branding of my life. Why not just use a different betting app?
Well, there are. I didn't know there were other bets. No, it's the only one I've got because I don't really bet.
So so the one that you hate and call crap is the only one you have.
Yeah, but I don't bet very much. To be fair, it's only started letting me down in recent times, really.
Okay, all right. Just it seems very backwards to me, but fair enough. If that's the way you want to go, that's the way you want to go.
Well, I do. It's the way I want to go. Yeah, definitely. How are you anyway, my friend?
Listen, I've been up for 20 minutes, so going strong. Going strong. I've been up for 20 minutes. I have run out of medication, so today's going to be very rough for me. I can't wait, Gonzo. Big place.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Have you honestly only been up for that length of time?
I cannot lie to you. My alarms have been going off since 12, and I was lying in bed, and the alarm went off, and I was closing it we're not looking, just whatever. And then I just happened to look at one, and it was the one that went off at 1 o'clock, and I was like, crap.
Oh, okay.
And so the reason I'm wearing this jumper is I've actually got the t-shirt I was wearing yesterday on underneath. But
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I often have the t-shirt on underneath that I had on yesterday. Don't worry about that at all. Doesn't matter.
It's a big issue. But apart from that, I'm fine. How about you?
I'm all right. I actually slept very well last night because I took a sleeping tablet.
Nice. There we go.
I did. I actually took a sleeping tablet last night because I've not been sleeping particularly well, if truth be known. Mostly because I've been struggling to use the Bet365 app. It's been keeping me awake at night, Charlie. So I thought I'd take a sleeping. Anyway, oh my God, I've not taken one for donkey's years, really. And it actually, do you know what happened? It made me sleep.
Right. So I've never taken one, right? But I get travel sick. I get really badly travel. Oh my God. I get really badly travel sick, right? And when I go to see my family down in the southwest, and I have to take a bus, which is like an hour and a half at the end of the journey to actually get to where they live, because you know what it's like. The second you leave a city, there's no transportation options at all. So
the second you leave London, there's no transport.
It just disappears. It just disappears. So when I get the bus there for an hour and a half, I have to take a travel sick tablet. Obviously, I'm just going to throw up everywhere. I'm going to feel like crap. Anyway, one of the side effects is drowsiness. Oh, it knocks me out completely. By the time I get to their house, I literally sit on the sofa and I'm just gone for like hours. I can't deal with it. Can't deal with it.
Yeah. They are. It does. I mean, obviously, that they work. They're there for a purpose, but it does seriously knock you out. All that sort of stuff, doesn't it?
It does.
Hello. Hopefully, just in case they Bet365 did ever want to sponsor us in the future, it's not necessarily the opinion of Hammers Chat, as Charlie says.
The thing is, they won't see this.
It's opinion of me, Geo, and Charlie, but not necessarily the opinion of Hammers.
They won't see this. I think all betting apps crap. They won't see this, right? But at some point, they could theoretically sponsor us. And the thing is, no one's going to know about this apart from the 400 or so people who are in the chat right now who are going to be like, oh. Oh. So when we're sat there going, oh, yeah, the Bet365 app is really good, blah, 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 they're going to be like, they got their money.
But the thing is, at least you know, when I tell you the One Football app works, it bloody works, right? Because I tell you, You'd soon know if it didn't work because I'd be thumping the phone basically. I've got to go and put this bet on a minute. What do you think? What do you think today? Anyway, how you feeling?
I'm relatively confident. Everton aren't in very good form. They're obviously missing their key men in what's your boy Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. So they're not doing well right now. Everton. I'm relatively confident. And to be honest with you, I know I did, despite missing some of the build-up, I did hear some of the stuff you're talking about Fabianski and some of the other picks. I'm relatively confident even with that. I think we're good enough to do it, but I do think it'll be tight-ish. But I think we've got what it takes. You know,
are you looking forward to it? I only say that because sometimes I approach a game with a bit of trepidation. Today, I am looking forward to it. I've got just enough to make myself a cup of tea, just enough time. Not with Tetley tea bags, obviously, which are crap. But
rampage.
I am a rampage. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to sitting down and watching the game today.
I am as well. I said this yesterday to someone, and they were like really shocked. But I'm enjoying this season way more than I did last season. Way more. I prefer the style of football, and I think one of the things that's consistent is that we step to teams. We give them something to think about. We're taking it to them. We're that front four it's no longer a front one or a front two like it was last season. It's a front four. They're really gunning for people, and I think you look at Everton's lineup. Their defense is relatively strong, but it's certainly not what you're used to.
Yeah. I agree. It's I think their attack is blunted, so our defense should hopefully be able to deal with them. And you're right. I think their defense is good, so you could see a low scoring game, which is I'd put a bet on if I could. If the app worked, I'd put a bet on a low scoring game. But it's unlikely to work. There you go. Happy Hammerette, ask and ye shall receive. There's the bench. I will read it out though, because often we put this up there and people say they haven't read it. It's Areola, Baptiste, Dawson, Diop, Masuaku, Harrison Ashby, which I'm very happy about, Lanzini, Vlasic, and Yarmolenko.
Do you know what's interesting about the bench to me, right? Is that it just shows David Moyes is obsessed with having as many defenders on the bench as possible. Because if everyone's injured, as we know they are, and Ashby is making his way, I called him Ashby for a second there, and Ashby is on the bench, it shows that there was opportunity for someone of a youth player on, and he's like, no, more defenders. I must have as many defenders on the bench as humanly possible.
Yes.
So, you got to respect it to an extent. He has his system and it works. It's not just lack of options. It's just he wants that many defenders. He needs two centre-backs, Gonzo. They're definitely both going to get used.
They are. For example, let's say I was using the Bet365 app.
Yes.
And imagine, if you will, that it was working.
Of course, right? Yes.
Imagine I put me tuppence on a bet and it yielded back, I don't know, a shilling or something, whatever, right?
Of course.
So I got a return on it and I was flush with this additional money. What would I do? Well, how would I know what to do with those winnings, mate? Because I might just be frivolous and go down to Greg's and get a steak slice. But if I really wanted to and do something and to be advised on how to look after my Bet365 winnings, how would I do that?
What I would do is I would personally go to Greg's. But what you should do as smart people is look up Stuart Morris Accountants. Your accounting professionals, of course. They are based out in Ilford. They hooked up with us because the main man is a West Ham fan. Shout out to him. And basically, if you need to know anything about anything to do with money, they're the people, personal, business. They're there for you. And they're just getting it done. They're just getting it done, Gonzo. And I think that's more what they should do, because I, as a large human being, would 100% definitely just go to Greg's. I can't lie to you, I would, because I'm fat. But smart people should go to Stuart Morris Accountants. I'd ask the guy at Greg's, what should I do with my money? See what he says. He'd probably say Stuart Morris. They're out here. They know things.
He might do. I went to Greg's yesterday.
Oh, go on.
A bacon and omelette
You've piqued
roll.
Specifically my interest. Go on.
A bacon and omelette roll.
Okay, talk to me. I haven't had it. What are we
Well,
saying?
an omelet's made of egg.
I'm aware of that.
I think the roll is some sort of wheat, water, and yeast combination, which they then put in the oven and turn it into a roll. I think the bacon is sliced dead pig.
Do you know what? Yesterday, this sounds insane for me specifically, but yesterday I fried an egg for the first time. I'd never fried an egg before.
You've never fried an egg?
Never fried an egg before, and yet yesterday I fried an egg for the first time. Burnt it a little bit, but it was lovely. Burnt it a little bit, but it was lovely.
You burnt
Shout out
an egg?
to I did definitely. It was let's just call it very well done. But it was a bit too crispy. Bobby66, thank you very much for the £5. Get some decent tea bags, Gonzo.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, listen, thank you, and you're very kind, my friend. You're very kind. But I can tell you now, I don't have crappy tea bags in this house. By the way,
what tea bags do you have?
Yorkshire ones.
Hello's Yorkshire bag. Yeah.
If the gold ones are on offer, I'll get the gold ones. I once, when I used to use Twitter, I went into Co-op and I went to the thing, and it was something like £6. I can't remember. £6 for 40 tea bags, the gold ones. I took a picture of it. I said, what's this? This is a disgrace. Are you having a laugh? And I put it on there, and Yorkshire Tea saw it, I think, and they sent me a voucher. They said, "Oh, can we take this to the DMs, please?" I wasn't having a massive complaint about it. Can we take this to messaging, please? Initially, they said, "Oh, I think you can find tea bags on offer at other places," but it was something horrendous. If you go back and watch it, and I did, and they sent me a voucher. They got my email address. They sent me a voucher, which I then went into Tesco, and it was, I think I got 180 tea bags for nothing for moaning about them on Twitter.
Love that. Love that.
Power.
Listen, the power of having a moan on social media, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've started to have this is a disgraceful thing to say to an extent, but because of my stomach issues, I've changed to decaf. And I've started having the PG Tips decaf ones. And I'll be honest with you, I genuinely think the PG Tips decaf are nicer than normal PG Tips tea bags. And I'm shocked at that because I thought I was really depressed. I thought I'm switching to decaf. Someone I know who has decaf went, trust me, get on the PG Tips ones. And I was like, I feel like this is going to be a mistake. I feel like this is just going to be a sad time for me and I'm just going to have to stop drinking tea. No, mate. PG Tips decaf. They're the ones.
How do you decaffeinate a tea leaf? Do you any
you probably put the caffeine after, don't you? You probably get the tea leaf and then put the caffeine in.
No. The caffeine has to be a byproduct of the tea or the coffee bean. Surely.
You reckon?
I like this, right? By the way, teabagging with Charlie and Gonzo.
Okay, I don't know if I want to put my name to that specifically. I don't know if I want to put my name to that specifically.
Teabagging with Charlie and Gonzo.
I getting the mic closer didn't help me either. It's not
teabagging.
What I'll just do is I can mute Gonzo from here like that, and then we can stop. There we go. Then we don't have to hear that specifically. What was beautiful about that is I unmuted Gonzo halfway through, and you could all just see him laughing off. Oh, right. You are 100% muted. You didn't need to do that, but I could tell by the way you were moving your mouth.
Oh yeah, there you go. I could tell, and that is another favourite phrase in teabagging with Charlie and Gonzo. I could tell by the way you were moving your mouth. Now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put this bet on an app, one of the apps. It's probably still buffering. I'm gonna go and put all those things in, and I promise you, if it wins, which will be 2-1 to West Ham, El Fornicador to get a card, Al to get a card, and Zuma to score. If it comes in, well, the winnings of the 20 pence will go to somebody who's either put in something about Bet365 being crap or Flappy Ansky not needing manscaping. Okay, I'm a man of my word.
Fair enough. Good to see you. I'll see you later. If we remember, everyone, Gonzo will be back full time for a review live on this channel. I will put the link in the chat. Oh, gone. There's a hand up.
Before you kick me out, myself and Geo will be doing the Patreon player ratings tomorrow morning because we're going to do them together, just so as you know. Right, you can boot me out now.
There we go. So remember, review full time with Gonzo. See you then. Nice
See you later.
Enjoy your tea. Enjoy the Bet365 app. Hello, everyone. How are we all? I hope you're well. Hope you're good. I hope you are having a better time with tea bags and betting apps than your boy is. But there you go. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's Everton versus West Ham United up there at Goodison Park in the Premier League. We're back after an international break, and it's good times abound. You can see the lineup along the bottom of the screen now. But what I would like to draw your attention to as well, Gonzo's already mentioned them today. But what I would like to bring your attention to just quickly is Manscaped. It's Manscaped. If you haven't already, have a look. If you're in the sort of realm for that sort of thing, if you're looking for some good products, both Geo and Gonzo can attest that they are very good. You've probably heard about them by now. Listen, everyone gets sponsored by them at some point, and it's our turn potentially. So hey, if you're in a product for those, if you're in the market for those sort of products, then when you're at checkout, hit up Hammers Chat as your code to get 20% off your Manscaped. But there you go. There you go. We'll talk about them probably later. But there we go. That's the build-up show done. And now we're purely in a watch along territory, people, which means it's time for some questions. Let's get your opinions on things. First question first. Since we have 17 minutes, it's gonna be a squeezed one. First question. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not very confident at all, 10 being the most possible, how confident are you of a West Ham result today? Get that in the chat. I'd like to sit and I'll click over there and see how everyone's doing. Major 84, good to see you, my friend. Charlie, Red Hot Chili Peppers playing at London Stadium next June. Got my tickets yesterday, 140 quid. How many tickets are you getting for 140? Is what I'd ask Major. Red Hot Chili Peppers are one of the bands that I would be desperate to see in my life. Like, Red Hot Chili Peppers are up there. I would flipping love to see them. And now they've got their main man back, the guitarist. What's his name? I can't remember his name now. I was going to say Josh Homme. That's the Queens of Stone Age. But now they've got the main guitarist is back as well. I'd be very hyped. I don't think I'm going to make that one because I have no money. But at the same time, at some point, me and my friend are desperate to go and see Red Hot Chili Peppers at some point. Chuck, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Manscaped for teabagging. Look, I can't, you know what I mean? Chat cheeky day, Chaz, mate. Good to see you. I hope you're well. I'm just going to scratch my forehead. Well, my hands there. I am enjoying these Pringle crisps. Thank you. They are crisps, JP. GP. I strongly agree with that statement. All this nonsense that Gonzo tries about they're not crisps, but they're crisps. They're crisps. Jeffrey Stelly, we miss you, but good to see you. Hope you're well. Mr. Pardew, my mentor here, Mr. 8-year contract himself. Come on the mighty West Orange FC. Exactly. Love to see it. Right, let's have a look at some of these confidence. Shall we? 2 from Ben Ray, very unconfident. Well, bottom my crumpets and call me Chloe's trend to strike. Thank you very much. Good to see you, mad man. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Also making me hungry. Would quite like a crumpet. 8, 5, 6. Teams that have players missing usually step up a level against us. We really take advantage of the situation. Fair enough, Lewis. He's saying 6. Frashante, thank you. John Frashante, thank you very much. Just Chris, that's exactly the bloke I was thinking of. Jeffrey Stelly's coming through with a 5.7628169. Very precise. I should say as well about the John Frashante thing. I can't remember the guy's name who was in his place, the one who was lasting. As much as he's not at that level, I think most Red Hot Chili Peppers fans would agree. I tell you what, his solo in Dark Necessities. Oof, it's good. It's good. 7. Oh, Titch is here. Yes, if you haven't subscribed already, Hammers Fans United, Titch is an excellent dude. Go check him out. Doing big bits there. Titch, good to see you. 1 ticket for 140. Yeah, I definitely can't be affording that. As much as I might want to, I definitely can't be affording that. Girlfriend would close like me. 4, 6.7 for 8, 11, big confidence. 6, 5, 10, 8. I have my chili pepper stickers. Nice. Big Red Hot Chili Peppers shouts in the chat today. 0 from Mr. Pardew. Why, Mr. Pardew? Please tell me. Knackered got it right for once. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's saying a 7, 5.5, 4. Had to resubscribe because YouTube unsubbed me. Hey, listen, everyone. If you've been unsubscribed for some reason, because YouTube does do that from time to time, they just kick you off for some and I don't know why. Then have a gander and have a little cheeky sub. No, you like the video while you're here. Good times are plenty. Do you know what I mean? Bex 365 might be done, but never RCW and Charlie. Come on. Charlie Walsh, more reliable than the Bet365 app. That will be on my tombstone. That'll be my tombstone. Where was I down here? I'm trying to see. Pringles, not crisps, not chip. Bro, it's the crisps, Jeffrey. You buy them from the crisp aisle, so they must be crisps. Morrison's can't lie to me. Tesco can't be lying to me. You know what I mean? 4 on confidence says Seaside Hammer. Okay, 6.74. Peanuts are better than crisps. That's a whole other conversation that I want to jump into quite badly. But we'll continue the show first. But I want to get involved in that sort of conversation. If you're saying honey roast peanuts, then you know what I mean? Potentially. 6, especially without Kufal. Ooh, 6, 7. 3.1416. Hammers down under coming through with pie. You love to see it. Let's see what else we're saying. I mean, it's interesting. There's an interesting flux of confidence here. Some people very confident, some people not very confident at all. I'd probably put myself in the 6 to 7 range. In 6 to 7 range. Maybe more on 7 than I am on 6, to be honest with you. And if you were to put maybe, actually, no, I'll stick with 7. I'll stay true to the system. I'll say 7. I paid 150 quid for the red chili peppers yesterday. Bro, it's a lot of money that I can't be spending, but know that day, Josh Klinkoff, thank you. Get the info right now. The Red Hot Chili Peppers based info is coming through right now. In fact, bonus question, if you can answer it. Hey, what's your favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers song? Let me know in the chat. Why is it Danny, California? 150 quid is just not something I can get through. Right, so that's that question done. Have I played Back for Blood yet? I have, Jeff. I played it about only on Tuesday. I haven't had time since then. I did play it quite a bit on Tuesday though, with a couple of my friends. We played a couple of hours. And if you've played Back for Blood, the question would be, have you got to the bar stage yet? Because the bar stage is good. It's good. Did I wash the egg before frying? No. That one guy, Jacob A. I just risked it all. Risked it all for the biscuit. Next question: If you were to put a scoreline prediction on it, what would it be? Difficult one. Like I say, there's a lot of conflicting confidence in the chat today. So if you were to put a scoreline prediction on it, what would it be? I'm intrigued. I'm not getting involved in this. I'm not getting involved in this. Oh, it's Horatio. My name's Horatio. I can't stop. I'm addicted to the shindig. Yeah, that's a great shout. It's an excellent shout. I would sing the next line, but it's temporarily gone from my can't stop addicted to the shindig. What's up? It says I'm gonna win big to start the life of imitation. Can't Stop was probably my favorite when I was a kid. Danny, California is probably my favorite now. Heyo, yes, love that. Is Kral injured? Asks Lewis. He is. Lewis, I'll tell you what, we'll just quickly go through the lineups while we get some score predictions in. If you need that, I can provide. West Ham lineup as such. Fabianski is in goal. Johnson, Zuma, Ogbono, Cresswell in defense. Johnson coming in for the injured Kufal and Fredericks. Rice and Souček are in a double pivot in the middle. For now, Benrahma, Bowen behind Mikel Antonio, very much as expected. You could maybe make an argument for Johnson if that being unexpected due to injuries or whatever, and Fabianski potentially for Areola. But outside of that, very much as expected. The bench, you can see part of it there, is Areola, Baptiste Dawson, Diop, Masuaku, Ashby. I've just realised the stuff on the build-up show 2 centre-backs. He's got 3 centre-backs there. David, please. And then Lanzini, Vlasic, and Yarmolenko, which are the ones you can't see. Harrison Ashby making his way onto the bench, which is exciting. Everton lineup as such. Pickford in goal, Coleman, Keane, Godfrey, and Digne. It's in defence. Alan and Decore, who are in good form, to be fair, in a double pivot. Iwobi, Townsend, and Gray behind Rondon. In fact, I say that it's probably more 4-4-1-1, isn't it? So it'll probably be more like Townsend on one side, Iwobi on one side of Alan and Decore, with Gray playing behind Rondon. Their bench, as you can see, in full. 2 goalkeepers. It's like David Moyes never left. Begovic, Tira, Kenny, Holgate, Mina, Gordon, Gamin, but I can never pronounce his name. Let's go with G-Man, Davis and Dobbin. If you don't get, and then there we go. We just clicked on who scored. We can see the 4-4-1 in full effect. So there you go. If you're looking for the lineups, those are the lineups. And like I say, Krau is injured. He's not involved. Noble also not in the squad, alongside Fredericks and Kufau. So a lot of people out today. And in fact, I'll just have this running along the bottom screen. There we go. Right, let's have a look at some of these. Let's have a look at. Did I miss Scott? Oh, bro, I'm in such a mess. Where are you? There he is. What a boy. Shout out, Scott. Hello, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope you're very good. Right, let's have a little scroll. What are we saying about these? Titch says, Charlie, we spoke about Johnson needing injuries to show what he's all about, and can he show us he is a realistic long-term West Ham player? Yeah. Listen, I'm fine with it. As much as it's concerning when you don't see Kufal on the team sheet, and even to an extent, if you don't see Fredericks, although to a lesser extent, you have to say that it's good for Johnson. I'm happy to see him play. I really am happy to see him get a shout, because I want to see him, step up a little bit and see, and like you say, prove that he can do it. Because as I said, I've had some reservations about Johnson for a little while. I think his career, his progression has stalled a bit over the last sort of year, and so he needs to be getting game time in order to prove me wrong, basically. Not to prove me wrong, like I matter, but to prove anyone who has that opinion wrong. If you see what I'm saying, not me specifically. I really don't matter. Why is Frederick into the same time as Kufa? Very annoying. We all hate it, Wally. I hate it just as much as you do, mate. Lots of Red Hot Chili Peppers shouts going on. Favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers. Snow, excellent. Hey, listen what I say. I'm not. Surprisingly enough, I am not your boy. What is off? Why is everyone going out? It's because I've just woken up. What is his name? Hang on, I'll get there. Anthony Kiedis. There we go. Nailed it. Thank you very much. My brain kicking into gear. Just away for the match at the moment. Why would Lingard want to be a bit popular at Man United? Wish he pushed himself to us in January. Fair enough, Kevin. Fair enough. Listen, hey, if you're only here for the build-up, by the way, I should say there's 5 minutes until kickoff. Well, just over 6. Well, now it's 5 minutes until kickoff. If you're only here for the build-up show, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Remember, we'll be live all throughout the game from now all the way until just after full time. I will be live right here. Come get involved. Hey, if you want halftime stuff that's from a West Ham perspective, for example, come get involved. I will be here ready for you to come and have a conversation. So come get involved. Thank you very much for joining us, though. Subscribe if you're around here. Like the video. All of that good stuff. I appreciate it. And hey, if you're sticking around for the actual watch along, for the actual game bit, I appreciate you as well. Appreciate you, maybe perhaps even more. I'll be watching it on Betsy 365. Gonzo has infected my brain. I'll be watching it on the Now TV app on my phone, which means I will be considerably delayed. What a time to be alive. I'm just trying to find a Now TV app just to make sure it's actually working. Let's have a look at let's scroll up. Let's have a look at some of these score predictions that I missed. Where are we at? 2-2, I think, says Joe. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you, Joe. I was laughing at was it a decaffeinated egg? Not as far as I'm aware, Trev Tube. But hey, if there was such a thing, my doctor would probably suggest that I have it. 3-2 to West Ham, says Theo. Head says 1-1. Heart says 2-1 win. Love that, Jeff. 2-2 is always big man. Craigie, Benny, Rondon. I'm not going to attempt the last bit, but 2-2. All right, fair enough, Mr. Pardew. Fair enough. 4-1 says Wally. Big away win, big plays. 2-2, 2-1. Zoom to score. Ooh, zoom to score. 2-2 Antonio and Bowen. 1-0 to the Hammers. 1-1, 2-1. 1-0 Fabianski to score. 3-1. Hopefully, says Madman. 1-1, 2-1 says West Ham Random. Peach, of course, again, if you haven't subscribed to West Ham Random, have a gander. Man puts in more effort than I think 99% of West Ham YouTube, and I include myself in that. He is live at just a rate which everyone else could only imagine, could only dream of being live. 1-1. So it's again mixed emotions in the chat when it comes to score predictions. I'm going to put it out there. I'll say 2-1 to West Ham. I'll back it. I do think we have what it takes. You're looking at those teams for me personally, and you're saying that, you know, it's just, let me put them up. Hang on. You're saying I'm looking at those teams and I'm thinking, to be honest with you, we've got a stronger side. Don't get me wrong. That Everton side is not weak by any stretch of imagination. That back line is basically their best back line. Coleman, maybe you could make arguments for, but the rest of them you'd say they're best. And Corey playing very well, obviously. Townsend, I mean, Townsend, he's a bit crap, but he will score his customary goal. I mean, he scores like 3 goals every season, and one of them will probably be against us, won't it? It won't be on the other side. Not having a good career since leaving Arsenal, to be fair. And Gray Rondon, it's not ideal, but again, it's kind of effective. It's kind of effective. You know what I mean? Whereas this is basically our strongest side. You know, you could make an argument about Areola or Fabianski, but I would still argue Fabianski is the stronger option, at least for now, just because David Moyes likes him. And then Johnson, obviously, you wouldn't say it's the strongest option there. But apart from that, this is our strongest team. It's the team that has been pulling teams apart this season. I'm pretty confident. I can't lie to you. I am pretty confident. As much as it might not seem so. Clips, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. We're winning 3-0. Big confidence from West Ham. Clips, you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. See. I didn't. Did you hear me type? No, Peach, you didn't. 2-2. 2-2 says Evan. Definitely a good chance of getting an away win. Pickford in goal. That's a fair point, Kevin. He does have a howler every now and then. 3-1 to West Ham. 2-1 to West Ham. Antonio both Rondon. Antonio both and Rondon. All strikers, Leos. Love that. Hi, Charlie. 3-1 Common Wines. Good to see you, Leon, on Common Wines. Big place. All right, 3-2 West Ham, says Theo Bisek. There's more confidence coming in now. More confidence. Maybe you would balance out as being slightly more confident than not. Our goals conceded should be way better. That is true, Evan, to be fair. That is true. 1-0 says Chris there. Townsend does nothing for ages, then scores a couple of screamers. Yes, Peter. I'm glad the cartoon character recognizes it. Townsend is the biggest fraud in Premier League football. I think he's so trash. I think he's such a crap player. I do not understand why, for the life of me, he keeps getting Premier League clubs. I don't get it. He does nothing and then just hits a screamer. But even then, he's only hitting like 3 goals in a season. I think his most in like a while was like 4. It's like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. So we are about to kick off here. Like I say, I'm watching on the Bet365, not the Bet365 app, Gonzo. I'm watching on the app, the Now TV app, which means I will be slightly delayed, but that's what I get for being an idiot and watching it legally, is what I'll say. That's what I get for watching it legally, like a fool. So I will let you know. You'll see, of course, in the top corner where I am at time-wise in the game. How far behind I am. Let me just quickly change that. Pull up the timer so I can actually start it, because we're about to get underway here at Goodison Park. It's West Ham United versus Everton in the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. It is back after the international break. The players are knelt right now, which means we are about to kick off. West Ham, the away side, to kick off in the Claret. And we are away, emanating live from Goodison Park. It's Everton versus West Ham United. Big plays and that. Remember, if you're looking for the stream, hey, check the Discord below. Discord below will have what you're looking for. I think I'm slightly ahead of where I usually am, to be fair. I can only see it's only 2:01, so I must be slightly ahead than usual, because usually I'm about 18 years behind at this point. Let me move this slightly. What happens if I do a bit of this? What happens if I do a bit of this? Yeah, we'll keep it like that. We'll keep it like that. As I said, remember, if you're looking for a stream, Discord in the link below, it says join our Discord. Click that. It's free. Have a little click. There's a bit in there called stream links, and you can have a gander. Have a gander. 3 seconds behind me. I'll take that, Scott. I'll take that. Where's the food? Gavin, you raise an excellent point. So I've got a stomach problem. That's why I can't eat the oranges anymore and why I have decaffeinated tea. But I don't. I've run out of medicine. I've run out of my medicine because I didn't have the time to go get it last couple of days because I've been so busy with work. And so today I'm going to have to really just be very incredibly sensible with what I eat and drink, because otherwise tonight I'm going to feel so horrendously sick. It's going to be the worst night of my life. So I'm drinking water, not even orange juice, water. I even have orange juice, but I'm drinking water and other stuff. It's a problem. Early doors, sort of end-to-end stuff. Of course, it's incredibly early in the game. You can't really pick too much out of it there. Rice with a decent enough interception. Iwobi just passing it straight to him, really. But we're seeing a little bit of end-to-end sort of equal stuff going on early doors. We'll see how it develops. I'm seeing how it develops. I'm guessing you went to... well, first of all, yeah, the boys. I didn't go. What happened was I was meant to. They did a show. It must have been about 2000 and... So I got really into them. What's their second album called? I can't remember, but it was just before their third album came out. I can't remember what it was called off the top of my head now. The third album is the one with After Hours on it, I think. But anyway, the point is, I got into them, super into them, just before the third album came out. And they were doing a show just after that, a couple of years after that, maybe like a year after that, at Coco in Camden, that I was meant to go to with my other half and her brother, who are both super into them as well. And then I was sick and I couldn't go. So they went anyway. And I bought this because I was just so sad I couldn't go. Basically, I can't lie. People say Scrappy start. Yeah, I mean, Scott's right. Scrappy is pretty accurate. There's a lot of like, you know what I mean? Let me have a little bit of a zoom in on this. I hate watching on my phone. I could probably pull up a stream and see if I'm even quicker than this, because I can watch it legally, but fact. Let's just have a look, because I hate watching on my phone. But Scrappy start is a fair point to make, I think. A fair point to make. Let's do a bit of that. Let's double check this. If I press this, what are you going on to? Okay, you're going on to that. That's fine. Just wanted to be aware. If I clicked that, it wouldn't go onto the stream, because then I would be in big trouble. Big trouble. West Ham early doors sort of focusing their way down the right-hand side. It get interesting to me how I really want to see Ben Johnson do well today. Like, I really, really want to see Ben Johnson do well today. And I think he probably could. No, more than that, I think he will. It's just a case of, like, there is a bit of trepidation right now. In the early stage, there is a bit of trepidation, because obviously you're looking at it and you're saying, well, he's not got the experience of the others. He's no Kufau, who has obviously been incredible for a long time, right? So there is a little bit of trepidation there. But to be honest with you, I'm really happy to see him start, and I've got confidence that it's going to happen, because I think he's been decent for the last little while. Just trying to see if I can find one that's ever so slightly quicker. I mean, okay, so we've got one here. Rafa Benitez is an interesting shout. I was just hearing the commentators talking about Rafa Benitez there, as opposed to Carlo Ancelotti. Rafa Benitez is someone who I wanted as West Ham manager. There really was. When we got Pellegrini in, he was my first choice, was Rafa. Even though he doesn't play the sort of football that I most enjoy, which is sort of semi what we're playing right now. But even though he doesn't really do that, and that's the thing I put over basically over anything. Good opportunity across the box, cleared away by Everton. Even though he doesn't play the style of football that I really like, I felt like he was the smart option. I felt like he was the smartest option, because he was the one who was probably going to bring it and mold this team into something that David Moyes is sort of molding now. Take us up a gear, give us some stability, right? That's what sort of David Moyes is doing now. I really like Rafa. I think Rafa is a great manager. But you know, he doesn't play that style of football. But for someone like Everton, I think that's a great shout. He's someone who can manage, you know, the biggest and the least of egos. He can do it at every sort of level. Does Rafa does really well. They're going through the paces into the box, poor final pass, but Ben Rama was just stepping through the gears there, trying to make something happen, drifting past people quite easily, and it was happening. It was happening. It cleared away. Happy Feet 272 says, I'm watching as a neutral, but love both teams, great clubs, and aren't top 6 title snatchers. I'm watching before Newcastle start. I'm predicting 2-1 West Ham. Thank you very much, Happy Feet. Appreciate it. If you're new around here, subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. And I appreciate you saying 2-1 West Ham win. Love that. Love that confidence. Johnson covered Ledley King. Is he Ledley King's cousin? I've never heard that. But then again, I don't listen to the commentary. I just mute it most of the time. So fair. I didn't know that. Love that. Love that. Ledley King, what a centre-back. What a very, very injured centre-back. I didn't listen to them that much after the first album. I have to go back. That's fair. They just released a new album like 2 weeks ago or something like that. There's a song in it called Handshake Agreement, which is pretty good. It's not their first 3, I think, are good. Their first 3, I think, are good. Big test for Johnson could be his ultimate. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a great opportunity for him. And I think he'll step up to it. But it is a big opportunity. And it's a big test, like you say. Thankfully, he's got a Wobie next to him as opposed to someone killer. But yeah, it is a big test. He's on the ball now. He's just received it from your boy Fornals. He does loft it into the back post. He's looking for Antonio. Pickford did enough there. There was a moment of concern from your boy Jordan Pickford there. He did go to grab it and sort of drops it under the pressure of Antonio, and I think it was, I don't know who was underneath him, the other Everton player, but drops it a little bit before collecting it. Still in the 90th minute here, you got to say it's been more West Ham than it hasn't been. It's been more West Ham than it hasn't been. There he is, Rafa. He did bungle it. He is big bungle boy. Johnson is good, versatile, young prospect. Some people need to chill with that Johnson hate. He has to get game time to develop under Moyes. Yeah, I agree with you, Scott. Like I say, I've not been convinced by him for a while. I think free kick, surely for West Ham there on the outside of the area. It is. No. He's booked Antonio for diving. And Pickford and Antonio laugh at each other. Antonio, an unreal piece of control to get it down, chests it and flicks it one way. Don't know if it's a yellow as such, but I guess if you're saying it's simulation, it's simulation. You know what I mean? I don't know. It is what it is. Look, I think his development has stalled, but that's because he isn't getting the game time he needs, because we've had such good right backs. And when he does play, he often gets shifted over to left back, where I don't think he's super good. So, like, this is a good opportunity for him to get some game time. And that's the thing. My concern is that he won't get the game time. Now we have Kufau, and now Fredericks especially has got into double form as well. It's a bit concerning. But for me, I would like to see him get more game time. In the same way, I'd like to get Diop more game time, to be fair. You look at the open 10 minutes possession, there's 79% possession for West Ham compared to Everton's 21. That's sort of, it's not expected. Rafa Benitez does play a style of football we usually struggle against, but this season we are slightly different than we were before. We take on teams a little bit more. Good opportunity for West Ham in the area here. Fornals looked to line up shot, couldn't quite get there. Cresswell fires in a cross. Ben Rama was there. No one could quite get it, but again, good. We're looking good. We're pushing. We're pressing. We're getting in and around that area. We're creating stuff right now. We are creating stuff like that now. Like I said, Rafa Benitez, the style of football we usually struggle against to some extent. Well, I say to some extent, to quite a large extent, usually, if we're being honest about it. But we are a different team now. We take on teams more. We're more comfortable in possession. We have more people in and around the box quite frequently, and so they can play that sort of lesser possession, and it doesn't. It just sort of works for us. It sort of works for us. I can't lie. Sort of works for us. Zuma and Ben Johnson just a little bit of crossed wires there, a bit awkward, but it's fine. West Ham do keep possession, even though the pass was a little bit wild and scary. Fabio Fornals trying a nice through ball there. Bowen just wasn't quite on his wavelength, couldn't quite get there. Everton squeak it out, but West Ham regained possession instantly from a poor kick from Jordan Pickford. Something else that's interesting about this game. I saw a video in the week by Tifo Football. If you haven't checked out, definitely do. They do very, very good football videos in general about a range of topics. But they were talking about who should be starting for England and the kicking statistics between Jordan Pickford and Ramsdale at Arsenal, and the idea that Pickford would get picked a lot because he had good distribution, short distribution, laying it short to defenders. He was pretty good at that. But that recently, that's Suchek spreading the play, finds Pablo Fornals in a good position. Cresswell just by the corner flag tries to whip it in, headed away. West Ham battle for it, can't get the win. The ball's played through. He's looking for Rondon, who's 1v1 versus Zuma, who beats him there for pace. Lays it short to Fabianski. I was about to say Fabianski. It's a very different name. And West Ham regained possession of the ball. Talking about the sort of kicking statistics between the two and how now, under Rafa, and specifically with Rondon up front as well, Jordan Pickford's going along a lot of the time, and he's completing very, very, very few of his kicks outwards. So if we can put any sort of amount of pressure on Pickford here, force him into that long kick, into a hurried long kick, nevertheless, I think that could be really effective for us to regain possession. And we seem to be doing that. That's what we just saw there. We harried him, we pushed him, and he ended up being forced to kick it long. And West Ham regained possession twice, actually, very, very frequently. So yeah, it's looking good. Ben Johnson just outdone by Alex Iwobi there. Not something you love to see. But still, a poor header from Declan Rice. But West Ham keep control of it. Rice, Benrahma, West Ham just happy to play through the lines here. Happy to take their time. Happy to be calm. The point of the video, by the way, was that Ramsdale's play has been very, very good this year in terms of distribution, and maybe he should be the person to go forward. But specifically as it relates to us with Jordan Pickford with the big long kicks, forcing him into that is probably something that's good. There's a lot of, I'm just looking at the thing and it's just a lot of French all of a sudden, and I'm fine with it. Je m'appelle Leo. Ça va? Je m'appelle, I'm not going to pretend to even pronounce that, but hello, Oni. Hope you're well. Hope you're good, my friend. Hope you're good. We haven't played with this much intensity and quick passing for ages. Good to see. I strongly agree, Lewis. I'm really into it. The Strokes are supporting Red Hot Chili Peppers, apparently. Mate, the Strokes. I haven't thought about the Strokes for a long time, since their first album, to be fair. Since their first album. I don't even think I've listened to a Strokes song since their first album. Didn't they just release an album like this year or last year? Maybe I might be wrong about that. I'm liking this so far. I'm liking this performance so far. We're making it difficult for Newcastle. We're pressing them. We're harrying them. We're forcing them into just dodgy positions and dodgy passes. It's not that they haven't had decent enough opportunities to break, but when those opportunities are few and far between, you're relying quite heavily on the individual skill of people to make it work, right? And when you're relying heavily on the individual skill of people to make it work, and it's people like Alex Iwobi or Andros Townsend or Damari Gray, who, listen, no disrespect to those people, I think they're all decent footballers in their own right to some extent or other. They're not St. Maximin levels of being able to dribble for an entire team. Do you know what I mean? And so we're we're making it work right now. We can't do that forever, but we are making it work right now. That's Pablo Fornals just trying a little outside of the boot pass for Mikel Antonio. If it paid off, it would have been brilliant. But Coleman does well there, to be fair. Coleman, whose career just seems to keep on going. Everton spread the ball out onto the right-hand side. They whip the ball into the center. It's a dangerous ball, but it misses everyone. Iwobi was at the far post there. It was a dangerous ball. They find Andros Townsend, who cuts into onto his left-hand side. Shock tries to play the ball in. It's over Damari Gray, and it's just in front of Alex Iwobi. That was a dangerous ball from Everton, but no one gets the end of it. It's a West Ham goal kick, but my goodness. Kevin Wilkinson, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. What are we saying? Fantastic spell, but we're not getting shots away. That's a fair point, Alan. That's very much a fair point. Benny wearing ice cream scoops for boots today. I would like, I was going to say something, but what else are we saying? I can't remember. There was something I saw that I needed to speak about, but here's what it is. Oh, that's what it was. I remember now. I can scroll back up. Where is it? Decore with a shot from range. High, wide, always rising. Hammers Fans United says, I'm doing a record only watch along and also watching you. We'll upload highlights later. Bro, listen, if you want to see Titch's highlights, then definitely go check him out on Hammers Fans United. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd be intrigued to see it. I remember you did a couple like time ago, right? Where you were doing like recording your reactions to stuff. This was a long time ago though. I sort of seem to remember seeing them on your channel. I might be wrong about that. Matthew Lowe, hi bro, good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope things are good. Sam says, shout out to you guys. This is the best West Ham channel. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. I don't know if I agree, but I appreciate it. Nevertheless. Means a lot. And if you agree with Sam, hey, subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. Subscribe, like the video. Where's the other thing I'm trying to press? Hang on. Give me a sec. Subscribe, like the video. Manscaped at manscaped.com. Hammers Chat, check out for 20% off. All the good stuff. You know what I mean? All the good stuff. This is a battle right now. To be honest with you, I feel like we're winning that battle. But if you said to me Everton would go 1-0 up right now, it wouldn't surprise me. They're gaining opportunities from time to time. It's not like it's all just one-way traffic. They are gaining opportunities, but it is ours. As someone, whoever it was that pointed out in chat earlier on, there is like a sort of, we aren't getting the shots yet. Despite having heavy possession, despite creating good chances, we aren't getting the shots yet. In fact, if I was to look up, let's have a little gander real quick. What would happen? I just want to see what the shots look like. Yeah, there you go. Let's have a look at this. Right. So if you have a look down here, of course, it's Everton West Ham on who scored. Possession here, you're seeing how heavy in possession it is for West Ham United, 79 to 21% if you're rounding it. And yet still only one shot each, one from Decore, one from Ben Rama, and neither have been on target. So despite all of this and creating decent chances, we aren't getting anywhere near. We aren't just popping up shots. You can see how much more we're passing, how much just everything is going in our favor right now. But that's not resulting in shots at the end of it, which is the most important thing, right? We need more of that. Hammers down under 920 in Western Australia, bro. I mean, to be fair, 220 in the UK is basically 920 for me, if we're being honest about it. But it is what it is. Fair play, Hammers down under. Spam. Asks how the game has been. It's been mostly West Ham so far. It's kind of scrappy. But it's where's the game? It's at Goodison Park, mate. Google is your answer there. It's been scrappy. It's early, especially early on, but West Ham have been the big ones so far. We've had lion's share of possession, as I was just saying, almost 80% possession to 20. It's certainly been mostly West Ham, and we've created opportunities, but we're not just getting shots at the end of that. Everton are obviously playing very Rafa Benitez. They're looking very counter-attacking. You're looking at long balls towards Rondon and Damari Gray, and they're doing their thing. They are doing their thing. But when they've got 20%, we've got when we've got what was it, 71%, or was it 71 or 79? I can't remember. Either way, the point is when we've got so much possession and they don't, and we're not, we've got the same amount of shots 20 minutes into a game. It's kind of a problem, and this is a good opportunity for Everton here. Thankfully, it's Alex Iwobi takes a shot, which was awful. 2 shots maybe there, which were both awful. Digne plays the ball in, headed away from Aaron Cresswell. Souček battles for it, as does Ogbonna there. Big shouts from the Everton fans that was a foul. Disagree strongly, and it's a throw in for West Ham, deep in West Ham's half on the left hand side. But West Ham a little bit shaky defensively there, but do end up getting it away. No foul for me there. The Everton one that was just shouted out. A collision, certainly. But no foul. 2 people just go for the ball. I think it's quite normal. The one thing to say about how the game's been going spam is that Antonio has already been yellow carded for diving. So something to look out for. Alex Iwobi's looking a bit more lively today than he usually does. I'll give him that much. He's not pulling a lot of stuff off, but he's trying. I used to really like Alex Iwobi, but just over the last year and a half, he's had some serious injuries and he just doesn't look like anywhere near the player he once was, unfortunately. How are we playing? Thought they were a bit flat first half against Brentford. Certainly more lively than that, Alan. Certainly more lively than that. Basically, just copy and paste what I just said. But certainly a lot more lively than we were against Brentford, and we're certainly looking like the better team. We just need to convert the possession and the chances we are creating into actual shots now. That's the important bit. What's it called when you put a cow in an elevator? Raising the stakes. Yes, I like that. That's good. What is it? What's the one? What's the line that they say in Czarface? What's the song? I was literally listening to it non-stop the other day. Lumberjack match, Czarface, like a broken elevator, wrong on so many levels. Love that. Big here for it. No final finish story this season. Yeah, a little bit. Well, I don't know if I'd say this season, to be fair. We've been pretty good, but last couple of games, certainly. In the games we've been before, it is that, isn't it? It is that. And that's where we're sort of where we're at right now. What song that is? Everton again, once again, they've got a goal kick here and instantly they're going long. They start short and then just get told, look, go forward. And it's just big boots up the field again. You're looking towards Rondon to get on the end of him, which, to be fair, is a fair shout. I mean, it's Rondon. Do you know what I mean? Like, I respect Rondon. I like Rondon more than most people do. But yeah, it's a bit one note, but it makes sense that it's Rafa starting to put his stamp on his team, so it does make sense. But yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but where the cows go on Friday night to the movies. Yes, I flipping love terrible jokes. I do. I love them. I think they're the best. It's Chaz. It's Chaz. It's A Top Lad. That's what my name is. It's A Top Lad. Everton tell me joke. West Ham, you harsh Leo's adventure. Not always inaccurate, but harsh. Just bear with me. Good work, Adam. What does Grizzly say when he calls customer service? Just bear with me. Good. It's good. You get into a habit when you do these things of trying to read out comments before you say them out loud, trying to read them in your head, sort of thing, because otherwise you get absolutely destroyed most of the time. So I read that one before, but it's good. It's good. Why'd the bike fall over? Because it was too tired. Yes. Love that. Collide, who's been a better team? So far, West Ham have been a better team, but they've failed to capitalize on that. Way more possession, way more chances, but they're not creating the shooting opportunity. They're not shooting from the opportunities they're getting. But West Ham Collide. West Ham been a better team so far. Ball played in by Ben Rama. Couldn't quite find Antonio. It was the idea was there, but it just doesn't quite work out for West Ham on that occasion. And it's a goal kick to Everton. It's a goal kick to Everton. It's one of these games, I said it before, I'll say it again, where, West Ham should be in the lead potentially, or West Ham, not because they've had such outrageously good opportunities, but they're having the time to create those opportunities. But equally, if you said to me Everton were 1-0 up, I wouldn't be surprised. Pickford is rubbish. Harsh words from Wally World. Not entirely inaccurate. I think Pickford's a good goalkeeper, but Freddie asked as well, Pickford overrated. What do you think? I think Pickford is a good goalkeeper, and when Pickford's on form, he's one of the better goalkeepers. He's the best English. Well, it'd be between him and Pope, I guess, but he is good. His distribution this season, as I was bringing up earlier, has been poor, and he's not been great this season in general, and he's very inconsistent. Demarai Gray getting on the end of that one, though. Just winning a sprint race with the ball, not unsurprising. Does well. Pulls the ball across. Alex Iwobi, that was a golden opportunity for Everton. Demarai Gray does really well there to take on Ogbonna. He beats him for pace with the long ball over the top. Again, Everton looking for that long out ball, just punting it clear into the channels. Demarai Gray the one to pick up that one. Beats Ogbonna for pace, and this is a good opportunity for West Ham. Ben Rama can't just quite get there, but it was another good opportunity. But yeah, Demarai Gray beats Ogbonna for pace, takes him on 1v1 by the corner flag, drops the shoulder, dinks past him. Absolutely, he pulls it low and hard across the box, which is our kryptonite, always has been. And Alex Iwobi in the middle of the park, it goes through his legs instead of him getting a touch. It's an excellent opportunity for Everton, and they've missed it. And this is what I'm saying. Look, if you said who is the better team, it's been West Ham. Who's had the lion's share of possession and the opportunities? It is West Ham. But who has been, if you said to me Everton were 1-0 up, I wouldn't be surprised. And that's exactly why. They are dangerous on the counter-attack. They are dangerous. Even though they've got a second-rate, even though they've got their sort of second-string, second-rate front line, it's not like it doesn't work for them. And that was another good opportunity of it. That was another good example of it. Just punting it into the channels, going for it. We've seen Rondon moving into those channels to collect those long balls. We've seen Demarai Gray working it. Demarai Gray, again, another player I would probably call overrated, but he's not like he doesn't have his plus points, and that's exactly that. We're seeing a replay there, just a drop of the shoulder and takes it past Ogbonna with relative ease and time to put a really good cross across the box, and just Alex Iwobi through his legs. Right as I was trying to give him some praise as well. You hate to see it. Well, not as a West Ham fan, you don't, to be fair. Not as a West Ham fan, you don't, to be fair, but still. Did you hear about the two antennas that met on a roof, fell in love and got married? The ceremony wasn't much, but the reception was excellent. Yes, Adam. I'm hearing the Game Grumps voice when I read that one. What do you call a parrot walkie? What do you call a parrot walkie-talkie? Nice. It's good. West Ham, this game is so flat. West Ham are doing nothing with that ball. Yeah, early stages we were, and I think we're still getting into good opportunities to do it, but we're just not taking them, and that's the frustrating thing. ATRN, what do you think the score will be? I believe it will be 2-1 to West Ham. That's my bet. Well, it's not my bet. I haven't put money on it, but still, Johnson in a good position in the area. Just a very nothing key pass there from Ben Johnson to no. I don't even know who he was aiming at, and Everton regain possession of the ball. And then he goes straight to battle with Iwobi. He does well to keep hold of it, to be fair. And then plays a good ball for Andros Townsend, who is taken out by Pablo Fornals, who's going to get a yellow card early doors. Refs dishing out some cards early doors. Antonio's on a yellow. Now Fornals is also on a yellow. Andros Townsend Iwobi did well to keep hold of the ball there. And his pass to Andros Townsend was a bit of a risky one, to be fair, but it seems to have paid off. Townsend kicks the ball and instantly is taken down by Pablo Fornals, who gets a yellow card. I think harshly, but I will say that I guess when you go in like that, you almost can't complain about it, but I do think it was harsh. Do you think it was harsh? Final thought, Birds being atrocious. Strongly agree. Strongly agree. Hopefully, we don't ruin these chances in possession. That's kind of my concern, Kevin. That's kind of my concern right now. Everton regaining possession of the ball right outside West Ham's area here. Iwobi pulls it back across goal. Fabianski just pouring it away, and Everton regain possession, sort of regain near the halfway line. Antonio pushing, Benrahma pushing. They're trying to pressurize Everton here, but another good opportunity for Everton. They're turning the tides here in the last sort of 5 minutes. They've sort of got more on top of this game, got their foot more onto it. Alan couldn't quite find the ball he was looking for, and it goes out for a goal kick. But another good opportunity for Everton here from West Ham's double pivots, just struggling into Iwobi. He pulls it across, and it's one of those ones where it only needs a touch. It's well done. It's in a dangerous position. And Fabianski comes out and just sort of gets anything to it, and Cresswell ends up being the one to clear it away. But another good opportunity for Everton. Simon saying Johnson making too many mistakes. To be fair, I think the mistakes were probably made at the double pivot of Rice and Souček before that, but I see what you're saying. Should have shot, not passed. Maybe. Townsend getting forward now with Everton. Everton are really stepping up in this half. They're not in this half, in this period of play. Taking it right to West Ham. And Townsend does well, puts the ball in, header. Fabianski would have had it covered, but it goes wide. Do I think Antonio will score, says ATRN? Yes. Ooh, yeah. If we get to it, one would be him. One would be him. Townsend doing well up against Aaron Cresswell there, gets the ball in with his weaker foot. Up for Decore, who headers it wide. But another good opportunity. My back is killing me. I need to find a position that's actually comfortable right now, because I am in pain. Bit of a knife edge, very much so. Very much so. Goal kick to West Ham. It's frustrating game. Frustrating game so far. Can't lie. Frustrating because we've had the lion's share of possession, and we've had the most of the opportunities up until this point. But the last 5 minutes have been basically all Everton. They've been stepping to us. They've been making it difficult for us, and it's really annoying to watch. Because to be honest with you, we've had 72. I'm looking at the stats here. It's 72% possession, and we've had 2 shots. They've had 28% possession. They've had 4. And at that point, it's infuriating because we need to start taking more shots. We have the possession and we're creating it in good positions. Bowen hits it. Souček! It's in. Souček has scored. Offside. Potato salad almost got his goal. It almost happened. Benrahma does really well there, by the way. Takes on Allen with a little. Yeah, he was offside, to be fair. He does it well there. He steps up against Allen, little chop, finds the space, plays the ball in. It was nice by Souček, who got into an advanced area, which is good to see. I'm happy to see Souček get into advanced areas. This is where we need him. This is where we want him. And he's just offside, but good movement from Souček there as well. You got to, even if it was offside, you got to respect the effort. It was close that time. It was close. Better from West Ham. That's ultimately what we want, is just to see better, you know? But ultimately, it does result in a free kick for Everton. If only someone else had Souček's finishing. Bloodless, you're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. What movement and finishing that was from Souček, by the way. Oh, very good. It's a very bitty game. And the referee is more than willing to play his parts. Lots of whistles, lots of cards already. 2 yellow cards already. Yeah, very bitty game though. I'm just trying to think. How do you break this team down? How are you going to step to them at all? What do you need from that? And it is a case of it's just a case of using the ball better. I mean, it's not even I think we've got the tactics correct right now. I think we've got the right personnel on the pitch. It's just a case of using that ball better. We need Cresswell and Johnson to be getting into as advanced positions as possible. Just try to give us the options, but B, also to just hold off on that space, just to pull one or two players out of position. We do need that a little bit, and I don't think they're getting maybe as far forward as they potentially could be. But outside of that, I think we've got the tactics correct, to be honest with you. I really do. It's just a case of using it better when we're there. Damari Gray trying a little something not working out there. ATRN, chill. You only need to ask it once, and I will see it, my friend. I will see it. But who do I think the best player at West Ham is? I don't know. Everyone else will say Rice, so I'll just say Rice to avoid controversy. But you don't need to spam. If you say it once, I will see it. The shovel was a groundbreaking invention. Yes. West Ham get the ball back in a good position here. Played forward. Antonio in the channels. Can't quite get there. And a corner's been given, much to the chagrin of Everton's backline and the Everton home fans. They are very, very unhappy about that. Cresswell plays the ball forward for Antonio, who's in a decent enough position to try and make it work. And Godfrey, I'll be honest, Godfrey went down very easy there. Maybe because, Antonio went down for a dive earlier, had a yellow card. Maybe he's trying to make the most of it, but it doesn't. Ball played in from the corner, headed away from Everton. It's a second corner for West Ham. I think there is an argument to be made that if Antonio's was a dive, was that not a dive? I don't know. We'll see. But I think there was contact, but I think there was contact in the Antonio one as well, but I can't tell. Glenn, my friend. So when's the Ben Rama goal arriving, Charlie? Hopefully soon, bro. Hopefully soon. I'm not going to lie. Everyone, if you haven't already, if you're looking for good Arsenal videos, check out Everything Arsenal by Glenn Kiley. Absolute banger of a channel. And someone you might know might be on it soon. Who knows? But Glenn, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Playing a bit better now. I agree. Stepping up through the gears a little bit, making better opportunities. Ben Johnson getting forward well here. Finds Antonio in an awkward position. Ben Johnson back though. Dinks it across. Fornals on the far side. Hits it. Ooh, it was close. It's close. Close from Fornals. There we go. Fornals so close. Yeah. Collects the ball on the edge of the area. Steadies himself. And he just tries to bend it in that top corner. Looking to try and just pick it out. Can't quite manage it. But it was close. Again, I think we've got the tactics right. It's just about it's just about being better in the final third. I think that's all we're missing here. I usually when I'm looking at games like this, I'll usually break it down to some sort of tactical level. I'd usually think about, okay, well, how can we do better in terms of like the movement of the ball, where we're trying to play it into channel, stuff like that. And I think there is a slight element of with Antonio again moving into those channels, and it's a bit frustrating to see when we need to give Everton a little bit more to think about in the defensive area because they're very solid, very compact. But I do think we have the tactics right. It's just a case of just being a little bit better in the final third. And I think you've seen the period at the beginning of the game when we were mostly in charge, we were slightly better, although I still think our final third was not good enough by anywhere close. Jordan Pickford. Pickford is, when he's out of form, he is just a lunatic. My God, that was very close to something very dangerous. But like now, when we're seeing a better possession, we're just getting a bit better. And we're better in the final third now than we have been for the rest of the game, to be fair. But when Everton do attack, they are dangerous. They are dangerous and scary, and it's a lofted ball into the box from Everton. Bowen covers it. It's a corner for Everton. Just not clinical enough. Yeah, I agree. But more shots than a house with that. Listen, it is what it is. I went to West Ham versus Everton in '96, and the Centenary stand of fans were throwing pies at Neville Southall. My giddy aunt. Having said that, would love a pie right now. Would love a pie. Wouldn't be angry if that happened to me. Well, I would, actually. I don't want people to throw food at me, but at the same time, I am hungry. I'm just hungry is what I'm saying. Demario Gray with a corner, whips it in. Fabianski collects. Plays it out. Fornals. Through to Rice. Antonio's... Just don't shoot from range, Antonio. You're never going to score from outside the area. Do not bother. There were so many people in good positions there. And instead, Antonio decides to just swaz it from range as if it's ever going to go in. No, pass the ball. For goodness sake, pass the ball. It was a good opportunity. Declan Rice gets forward, finds Antonio in a decent position, but Bowen was on the outskirt, was on the outside of him, completely open, and he decides to just pile drive it into Rose Ed. And I'm like, why? Don't just pass. Just pass. Of course he did. When does he not do that, Chris? He always does it. Stop shooting from range. You're never going to score from outside the area, Antonio. Ugh. I wonder if I could find the average distance from goal from Antonio's goals. I probably could if I tried to look hard enough. I could find his average shots, but his average distance from goals it has to be inside the area by such a significant distance. Free kick given against Pablo Fornals there for a foul on, I think, Andros Townsend. Yeah, it was. Townsend again going down a little bit easy here. I mean, look, Fornals is on a yellow. Antonio's on a yellow. When they're involved, we're going to see Everton players going down a bit easy. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. We move. It's more apparent right now because obviously Antonio got booked in like the first 5 minutes for a dive, and so it's looking at it and it's just everyone. It's going to be very apparent. You know what I mean? It's going to be very apparent. Free kick in a good area for Everton. Tries to whip it in, headed away quite easily by Thomas Souček there under no real pressure. Everton do have possession just outside the area near the corner flag on the right hand side. They win a throw in. Townsend to take it. Everton decided to take their time with it. There was a moment there where he looked like he was trying to take it, but it just doesn't happen. Antonio can't shoot from outside the box. Yes, he can't. He never has, and he never will be able to. The bloodless, except for the shooting, I think West Ham are playing great tactically. May live to regret it. Everton won't give us. I agree. I agree with that, bloodless. I do. Good opportunity for Everton. Zuma, former Everton player himself, just dealing with it. But there was a moment there where that looked very dangerous. Everton worked the ball, play the ball in from just the outside. Decore tries to dink it in from the D. It was an interesting idea to try and dink it into the path of Gray. He tries to nod it onwards. Coleman's there, but Zuma just jumps up and just clears it into the stands. It's a corner for Everton, but he does well. He does look like he's in pain from it, but he at least deals with it. He at least deals with the problem. Smeagol, 316, says, I just kicked your ass. Says, we are woeful in front of goal, wasting too many chances. Yeah, I agree. Played in, headed away from West Ham, but Everton still have possession, but back on the sort of halfway line. They're getting pressured here. They've just gone long. They've decided to boot it long into the box. And West Ham deal with it. West Ham are fine with that. Again, these sort of long range sort of boots into the box from Everton, we can sort of deal with all day. You get one or two issues from it, but it's not horrendously dangerous. But there is a level of just saying, well, we want anything. We want anything. I don't know. It's been a topsy-turvy half. As it's coming towards the end here, it has been a topsy-turvy half. West Ham have had periods where they were very on top and not creating enough. West Ham have had periods where they were on top and creating, but they have also had significant periods where it's just not happened. It's just not happened. And it's frustrating because it could be. But halftime whistle has gone. It is 0-0 at halftime here at Goodison Park. I say here at Goodison Park like I'm there. I'm not, shockingly. But yeah, how do we all feel in the chat? I'm probably more unhappy than I'm not at the performance. I think the tactics are there. I think, like I say, usually I'd be looking at this and thinking, how can we change up tactic? Oh my God, I'm so tired. How can we change it up tactically to make the most of what's going on? But to be honest with you, I don't think it's a tactical issue. I think it's just a performance issue. We're not getting the ball into better areas as well as possible. We're not getting we're not creating enough chances. We're just sort of going. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. It's very, very, very frustrating. And if I'll be interested to see some of the stats actually. If we just have a brief look at those. Here we are. We're looking at stats. You can see West Ham have ended up with more shots, but I would suspect, only one on target. You can see the possession is just so far in West Ham's favour. Such an insane amount in West Ham's favour. The pass success rate, again, from West Ham is huge. Also, look how many more passes West Ham are doing than Everton. Everton are being very, very direct, as per usual. It's a Rafa Benitez side, you would expect that. But it just is the case. I don't know. It just feels... You know what I mean? It just feels not quite happening for West Ham yet. Not quite happening for West Ham yet. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Right, what's the chat saying? Hello, chat. How are we all? Referee a bit happy with the yellow cards. He has, Harry. He has been dishing them out right good and proper very quickly, hasn't he? Annoyingly, almost, I would say. I'm looking for 4 now, says David G. It's a bold claim, David. I don't think it's one that other people would do, but I respect it. I'm sorry for yawning. I'm exhausted. But a bold play. I wouldn't necessarily hate. I do think 4 nows is important to the system. I think keeping him on, but it would be a bold player I would respect. Schizo Base, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. This is so frustrating and pressing the squad that the object is just to score goals. We don't even seem disappointed at not being in the lead. Yeah. I mean, look, David Moyes would take a point away to Everton. Let's not act like he wouldn't. But we need to pull off more shots. We just need to. And the fact we're struggling with that side of the game is infinitely annoying to look at. Townsend might score for Everton. He very much could. He's looking lively-ish, as is Iwobi. I mean, they're looking live in general, to be fair. We're causing our own problems. I would agree with that, Zanfon. I would agree with that strongly. Michael, my G, how are you, my friend? How are you? Some of the passing has been lovely. I agree. Yeah, look, I think everything up to the final third, I think we've looked really good in the attacking sense, at least. Defensively, we could maybe be a little bit better. But everything up to that final third, attacking-wise, I think we've looked really good. It's just... we just haven't had what it takes at the end to just pull off enough shots to create enough chances. Like I said, we've had 7 shots, which ends up being a fair amount. But there was a long period there, that first half, 20, 25 minutes, where we'd had 1 shot. And you're just looking at it and you're like, do something. Johnson looking solid. But shooting is all off today. I think Johnson's having a decent enough game. Defensively, been... half and half maybe, but I think he's having a decent enough game. He's got forward well, but I want to see him get forward more potentially. But growing into the game is maybe the way I'd say. I think he got better as the half went on. Let's have a look. Suze, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Every time we win the ball, we give it away almost straight again. Yeah, frustrating amounts of mistakes in possession from West Ham today. 4 hours needs to come off for second yellow. That's a good point. That's a good reason why you might bring on Yarmolenko for him, to be fair, is that yellow card. I mean, the ref's yellow cards for him and Antonio is going to hamper us to some extent, and we are going to have to think about it. Whether or not we'd be fine with seeing Antonio... Whether or not we'd be fine with seeing Antonio stay on and get a red and then miss other games, I don't know. But it's, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Feels like the type of game we'll dominate but lose. And that's kind of what I was saying. When people were asking how it was going, I was talking about the idea of, look, I think we've been the better side, but at the same time, would not surprise me if Newcastle were, sorry, not Newcastle, if Everton were 1-0 up. You know what I mean? How do we all feel? How do we all feel? Is there any changes you would make at halftime? Is there any changes you make at halftime? Like I said, I personally wouldn't bother. I personally think it's fine. But are there any changes you'd make at halftime? Let me know. Let me know. 200 likes for Topless Charlie. Big no. Scott, big no. Never. 200 likes and I take off this jumper to reveal the t-shirt I was wearing yesterday. So maybe with it, not topless, I'll tell you that much. Well, Wolves, remember, he can actually make subs. I doubt it. I doubt it. Let's be real. I doubt it. He's sort of reverting back to type a little bit with the subs at the moment, but we do have a lot of games, and I guess the rotation means that you're probably going to play people for longer and then not sub them on and off sort of thing, I guess. But yeah, I doubt it. Liam says, great on the ball the first 20 minutes. Everton being pretty tight. Defenders in the last third. Bowen, Johnson, Benny looking good. Chance of creating something down the flank. Souček's offside, a bit unlucky. Yeah. And I think actually, if we're looking at that Souček offside, what movement from Thomas Souček for that goal, by the way. Obviously, it didn't end up counting, but his movement was absolutely brilliant. And it's sort of what we've been missing from Souček. He's being allowed to get a bit further forward today, which is always good to see from Thomas Souček. And it was a really nice little cheeky sort of 1-2 type thing. Getting involved in the finish was excellent. It's just a shame. It's just a shame for him that it doesn't end up working out. Because it was really good and it would have been beautiful. But that's the sort of thing we need to do more. And I would certainly back Thomas Souček doing more. I've got Tim Sherwood on my screen. What a sad time to be alive that is. Wife's pissed off West Ham on the TV again next weekend. Wow, you know what it is. You know what it's like, Major. You know what it's like. What you have to do is do what I do, which is make it a job, and then you have an excuse. Or just go out with someone like I am who's still asleep. Also a good shout. What on earth has happened to our set piece prowess? I agree, mate. I don't know. We just aren't. It's just not what it was, you know. We've changed up a lot this year. We have changed up a lot, like just a lot of different aspects of our game are different, but just I don't know. Just not happening. Charles hit the seagull, and mate, he's doing it well. He's seen those goals, mate, and he's blapping for him. He's shooting for him. He's taking swings, and he wants them. He wants a body. You know what I mean? He wants to catch a goal body. I'm losing my mind a little bit. I'm very tired. Vlasic on the former club jinx is real. I wouldn't mind seeing Vlasic on. I really do believe Vlasic has a lot more to come from West Ham. And people calling him flops and stuff like that, I think it's premature for me. It really is. I really do believe in him. It's not happened yet for him, but I do believe it will. And maybe that's the answer to the Fornals problem. Fornals off, ref a bit card happy for me. I think that's a fair point. Now we're saying, I think that's a very fair point. Maybe that's the answer. You bring Vlasic on. Maybe. I think this season we're starting to see we missed Lingard between the lines now. Xanthon, I think I would disagree with that. I think Jesse Lingard's ability, and Jesse Lingard was most comfortable when he had the pitch ahead of him and he was running into it. He was a counter-attacking player. And that's sort of, especially like today, that would not suit us at all. Like, don't get me wrong, Jesse Lingard is more than capable enough of playing in the hole, linking up, taking shots from range. That's something we do miss from him today, would be just taking those shots from range, and he'd be hitting the target consistently. But in general, I don't think this would be a game for Jesse Lingard at West Ham. Maybe I'm wrong, because obviously at Man United, he's not playing that style of football either, and he's doing relatively well when he gets the opportunities. But I don't know. Other teams have clearly worked it out. See, I would disagree with that as well. I would say that we've just faced 3 teams in a row that play a style of football that struggle. I mean, Everton played a style of football we used to struggle against, but had sort of figured out how to deal with it to an extent. We were playing better in those roles. But Everton are doing very well at that. They're doing very well at that today. I don't think that's a level of working us out. And then if you're looking at, say, Brentford and Leeds, who play a completely different style of football to this, and we struggled against them as well. Again, I don't think it was a case of working us out. I think it's just a case of if you play a high line, if you press against us, we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle, and that's kind of what we're seeing today. I think as we're seeing maybe a little bit of that creep of the old West Ham getting in a little bit. I don't know if it's a team working us out as such as us making it hard for ourselves, us making it hard for ourselves. Where's my mouse? I've lost my mouse completely. There we go. Moy's dilemma with Fornals on a yellow is that he knows whoever comes on will not give you as much as Fornals. For that reason, you'll keep him on and risk it. Yeah, I think that's a fair point. We've seen Vlasic play very regularly. We've seen Vlasic play really regularly on the wings, and it's not something I would have wanted to see. I would have preferred to have seen him play in the 10 role behind where Ben Rama is basically, because that was his role for CSK, and that's the role he played so well that we ended up buying him for a significant amount of money. But we do end up playing him out wide fairly frequently, and it's probably because he has I don't know, maybe he has that work rate. But you are 100% correct. If we were to take 4 hours off, we would lose a lot of defensive work rate. And to be honest, he does really well. I don't know. I like him. And I know certain other people don't, but I think he's great. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Souček, best game for a while. Antonio needs. I agree. Souček's been, again, it's so unfortunate that it was offside because it was such good work rate from him. It's good to see him in those areas. Is score 0-0? Yes. Score is 0-0. Everyone knows about our set pieces last season. Maybe. Okay, on set piece level, potentially I would agree with you there, Harry. Then. It's very frustrating to see. It's just not happening yet, is it? It's just not happening yet. I don't know. I don't even know how to change set pieces. Set pieces are one of those things I don't fully understand. I understand like how to cross the balls and certain levels of it, but I don't understand the actual tactics of them. You know what I mean? But then again, I'm an idiot, so who would you? How would you feel about Lacazette maybe off to West Ham in January for 15 mil? Listen, if you can get Andre Lacazette for 15 million, you take it. Lacazette is an absolute baller. Will we sign him? No, we won't. We're also getting linked to Belotti for about the same price. We're also getting linked to Lingard for about the same price. And out of those three, you're saying it's probably going to be Jesse Lingard. My nose is itching like wild right now. What's going on? But if you can get Lacazette for 15 million, you obviously take him. Would he change much? No, but we do need another striker. Would he work? Maybe. I'm not certain. But he does have, actually, where is it? I just saw it pop up at the bottom. As Bonnie says, he is on very high wages. Look, if it would have to be on the right wages, of course, as well, Bonnie. It would have to be on the right wages. We look better when Deck sits back and dictates play. Old Benny Boy needs to stop snatching his chances, always looking for a worldie. I agree. I think we're better when I just think Declan Rice is a better defensive midfielder, and I think Thomas Souček's a better box-to-box midfielder. Then I think they're playing the wrong roles. I think we should switch them around. I've been very clear about that. But Ben Rama needs to stop snapping. Maybe. I think at this point we do need the shots, and the thing is, he can hit it from range. It's one of the things he can do that other people can't. Is he can take those snap shots from range and get it on target. And today we are struggling to get shots on target. So maybe I wouldn't say that. But at the same time, it is what it is. Hello, love you, bye. Just leaving me in the lurch like this. Just comes in and then leaves. Leave then. Leave me. Leave me. It's fine. Let's see. Cheers. Our accuracy has been terrible. It has been terrible. It's been an absolute mare, to be honest with you. It's been an absolute mare, to be honest with you. Get Cart retirement. Yes. Now we're talking, Major. Now we are talking. You love to see it. Get him up. 24 up front. Let's bloody go. Let's go. No messing. Would it be beneficial to take? No, it wouldn't. Should we do it anyway? Yes, we should. Yes, we should. I just want to see him again. I'm just, it's what it is. It is what it is. Antonio needs to stop taking long shots. Thank you, Ray. Just stop it. Just stop it, Antonio. Look, I really like you, right? I've even grown to love you, but just please, just stop taking shots from range. You're like Declan Rice; they're never going in. Please, I beg, I beg. Oh, if you're only here for the build-up, I appreciate you. Subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed the second half. Remember, we'll come back full-time. Gonzo will have a review on the channel. I will put the link in the chat so you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do literally a single thing. But come back, get involved if you wish. But if you're sticking around for the full second half, I appreciate you just as much. Love you and all that good stuff. And it is about to kick off. Everton are kicking off the second half at Goodison Park. It's 0-0 so far. A tight game, could go either way. And we are off. Second half, here we go. No changes at halftime from either side. That seems too real. We've had that situation happen in real life. Yeah, you're not wrong, Jacob. You're not wrong. We made a mistake selling Haller. I mean, I agree. I also think Haller would work significantly better in this system than he did in other system, in the system we were playing at the time. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm only going to bring up your spelling mistake to rub it in your face. Yeah, it's I think we did make a mistake. Look, I think he would work better in this system. That's the problem. But look, at the time he wasn't working in the system. And if he's not working in the system that we were playing under David Moyes, and look, David Moyes was going to be the long-term manager, fine, sell him. But I think the bigger problem was not reinvesting that money into another striker. Doing it in anything else is just a problem. It's just a problem, You can make your arguments about whether he's bad and all this other sort of stuff. Like, for example, Haller was crap and wouldn't work in this system at all. I disagree completely. I think this is the system he would work in. But yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was crap. He was just in the wrong system. It happens. Why you do this, bro? Do you see? Show me the clothes. Show me the clothes. Now, have they moved over onto the sofa? I don't know what you're saying. But there ain't no clothes. Ain't no clothes horse now. It's purely for fitness purposes. Fitness purposes. Someone's doing DIY. It is what it is. But Haller is gone. We need to concentrate on the game. We need to concentrate. What's your name? My name is A-Top Lad. We've established this. A-Top Lad. West Ham are in a situation here where I think that, like I say, I think the tactics are correct, and I probably wouldn't have subbed anyone else off either. The ref, as people have pointed out, is very card happy today. So Fornals and Antonio being on yellows concerns me, especially Fornals, because he's just going to get more involved in stuff as the game goes on. But I think tactically it's the right thing to do. It's just the performance levels just aren't quite there yet. They're just not quite there yet. And it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating to watch. Because to be honest with you, it could be, and it probably should be. We have the possession. Like, Everton are giving us all of the opportunities we need to try and make this a thing. Everton are giving us all the opportunities we need to really capitalize on this. But instead of doing that, we're just trumbling along, trying to just not snapping, not slapping as we should. Yeah. I don't know. I really haven't trusted Ogbonna recently. I think he's having a dip of form. I think that's certainly fair. I think he's playing all right today, but he's still not at the same level. Interestingly, we're seeing Ben Johnson has been good in this game, stood up well, contrasted directly with Ben Johnson's definitely a weak link at Everton. No way. Yeah. He hardly ran. Yeah, but that's not his. Yeah. No, let's not get back into the Haller thing. If you're a long-term watcher of the watch-alongs, you'll know, my God, the Haller thing was a big thing for a while. So we don't need to go back into it. He's gone now. We can all just move on with our lives. But at the same time, he would work in this system, and it's a shame we don't have a backup striker. That was the biggest mistake. Wasn't necessarily selling him, although I wouldn't have sold him. The biggest mistake was not replacing him. That's just mayhem, lunacy. Anyway, Everton getting forward well. Alex Iwobi with the ball inside the area, turns, shoots, it deflects off. I think it was Bonner out for a corner. What should I order from Mackie D's? Scott, I'm saying you want the bacon chicken mayo burger, no mayonnaise. To get rid of the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is trash. You want the bacon chicken mayo burger, large fries, and a chocolate milkshake. I'm saying that because that's exactly what I want right now, but I can't have. But I want it. So I'm saying I'll live vicariously through you. But let me know if you order McDonald's, if you go McDonald's, you get it. Let me know what you get. I would love that. That's the kind of nonsense I'm here for. First 5 minutes of this game, playing out sort of as the first half sort of petered out. Everton maybe slightly on top here. It's frustrating because we have the people to. We have the people and we have the opposition to make this work. It's just we're not right now. We're just not. I've got the biggest amount of sleep in my eye and I've just stabbed myself in the eye doing it. My nose is itchy. I'm having such a bad day. Remember, everyone, I should say, that West Ham right now at the moment are being brought to you in conjunction. Where is it? I can't find it. Where am I looking for this one? West Ham are in conjunction with you at the moment in collaboration with Manscaped. If you are in the market for those sort of products, they're definitely one of the people you suggest, especially because at checkout, if you put in the code HammersChat, you get 20% off. So, hey, everyone, check out Manscaped. It's a thing. 20% off. HammersChat in the code. Have a gander. Weed Whacker. That other thing that I can't remember the name of because I'm really tired right now. Have a look on in fact, we could have a look on the website. That's the website. So we could make it work. Hang on. If we do this, let's have a look. What's it called again? If we come up here and we go products, lawnmower. That's the one I was thinking of. We got lawnmower. We got weed whacker. We got the plow, the shears. Skin safe replacement blade. There's a lot of things going on. Manscaped. Check it out if you haven't already. 20% off at discount. 20% off at checkout if you put in the code HammersChat. Have an gander. Look, interesting possession stat there brought up on the screen. Second half possession so far, Everton have had 53% of it compared to West Ham's 47%. Which, of course, is in stark contrast to the first half, which ended with a 69% possession to West Ham and 31% for Everton. So interesting. It's not, I can't lie to you, Christopher, it is just solidly not a good example of it. I've been meaning to shave for days. I've just been so busy that I haven't had the opportunity to. But my God, is it not? I need it. If anything, I need it quite badly. I don't even know if my clippers are charged. And that's a problem for me later. Not a problem for me now. Do the deep voiced announcement. What is the deep voiced announcement? Brought to you by Manscaped. Is that what they say? I can do it. I can 100% do it. Wait. Brought to you by HammersChat. Brought to you. Hang on. Wait. Let me get there. Wait. Hang on. I'll get there. I promise I'll get there. HammersChat brought to you by Manscaped. How's that? I think it was quite bad, but I kind of committed, and that's the important bit. You commit to the bit, even if it's terrible. At the top, Pickford clams it away as a corner again for West Ham. Especially for balls anyway. That's a fair point. And we won't discuss that. Just pop a mask on. Do you know what? If I had my masks here, I probably would at this point. I'm a mess. But, another corner for West Ham out on the left-hand side this time. Again, as Michael was saying earlier, our set pieces just haven't banged so far this season like they have previously. They just have not banged. We've got another one here, another good opportunity. Cresswell standing over it alongside Ben Rama, laid short. It was whipped in by Ben Rama. It wasn't Ben Rama, it was Fornals, what am I saying? Ben Rama whipped it in, but couldn't quite do anything with it. Long ball upfield. Ben Johnson does well. Fair play to the boy. Deals with that one well. That was a tricky one to deal with. ATRN, bruv, please stop spamming. I promise you I've seen it. I will answer you in a second, but please, I beg you. I beg you. Yeah, it's well dealt with by Johnson there. It was a difficult one. Awkward one. But he does well. Everton with a good opportunity, though. Coleman into the box. Swizes it horrendously with his weak foot, and it's nothing. But he did really well. Just cut inside on I think it was Cresswell there. I assume it was anyway. Let's have a look at the replay. He collects the ball, steps up to Cresswell. No, up to Declan Rice. Cuts him really easily, and then hits it with his weak foot. Poor. Wasting our corners. What a joke, yeah, I know. I think we're really good. I think we're really, really good. We're having a lot more possession of the ball. We're playing a lot more attractive football I like. We're getting the best out of our front four. Ben Rama with a shot there from range, deflects off the Everton defender, and Everton regain possession. I think we're really good. I'm really happy this season. I'm much more happy with West Ham this season than I was last season by a significant distance. It's good to see. It's good to see. I think we're going to do well. I think we're having a good season, and I'm confident that we're going to have it's going to continue to get better. I'm loving this. Ooh, it's a corner from Ionix. Every time there's a corner, I suspect a corner's coming up because you're slightly ahead of me. Oh, it's a corner. There you go. What a time to be alive. The amount of shots blocked is so frustrating, says Lewis. Yeah, I strongly agree, mate. It's very annoying to watch. Can I get paid an exorbitant amount of money to kick a ball straight at defenders' legs, please? Yeah, you can, mate. You can. Just have a fairly half-decent season in the Czech Republic, and we'll probably come calling. Corner comes in, headed away. That's nice work. That's nicely worked by Everton out wide. Decore plays it forward. Townsend, who's looking for Rondon or Gray in the centre. I couldn't quite tell who it was. West Ham come away with the ball. Antonio, who for some reason was basically in our own area, and I don't know why. He's managed to recollect the ball there. He does well. Tried to just charge forward. I would beg he pass. I would suggest a pass. He decides against it though, and it goes out for a throw into West Ham. Look, we'll take it. It's yards. We're up the field, but you know. Flash just to come on for 4 hours in the hour and score 4 goals in 3 minutes. Love that. Yes. Get him in. Get him on. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm putting my sleeves down. They've been rolled up this entire time. I'm putting them down. It's very cold. It's very cold today. Cresswell doing his thing, trying to get past James Coleman quiet, and it's cleared away. Cleared as far up the field as possible. Todd Brady says, I don't think I'd have any coverage of the game other than this. So well done, young man. I'm listening to this, but watching an NFL game. Fair play. What NFL game are you watching and how's it going? I won't understand. I barely understand NFL. I've played NFL 2021, the computer game, once, and I've never touched it again. So that's the extent of my knowledge. I know there's a player called Tom Brady. I can tell you that much. But yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming, Todd. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, my friend. Oh, it's a rough day. It's a rough day for your boy. West Ham throwing on the left-hand side, deep into our own half, playing it back. Again, we're just struggling to find that space. I'll tell you what, Newcastle are playing well, to be fair. Not Newcastle. I keep thinking Newcastle because I'm thinking about Rafa Benitez. Everton are playing well, to be fair. It's not the most exciting thing ever seen. It's not. They've just got our number right now. They've just got our number, and it's annoying because we could and we should be doing better. What's with the one short leg rolled up? Antonio does it, and Rice sometimes does it at corners. I have no idea. Is it a signal baseball stop? Maybe. I don't know, to be honest. I don't even know how it stays up. That's the thing I was thinking about. How the hell does it stay up? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm tired. I'm scared. I'm delusional today. I'm having a nightmare. I'm having a nightmare. Live on the internet for everyone to see. Does it get like caught on like a sort of like an Under Armour undershirt, undershort type thing? Maybe, I don't know. West Ham is sort of bitty, going one way and then the other again, not really working out either way for West Ham. Sue checks Declan Rice now playing the ball across the area. West Ham just trying to spread the ball wide out onto the other side. We've been down this left-hand side a long time, so now we're back over on the right. And we get forced back all the way back to Fabianski. It's not good. It's not good. It's the White Hart Lane game. Dolphins beating Jags 10-3 at the moment. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know that was today. I'm very out of the loop. Boston. I'm in Massachusetts. Okay. Fair enough. The Dolphins, who are Miami based. No, Miami has a pirate things. No, that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're in Miami. Maybe the Dolphins are also in Miami. And the Jags are the Florida's the phrase I was looking for. I was looking for Florida. And the Jacksonville is in Florida as well. Are they both in Florida? Florida? Is that Dolphins? No, Dolphins be somewhere else then, won't they? Can't have many teams in Florida, surely. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to understand. Richarlison there, just getting a little shot of him. Sidelined, of course, with injury at the moment. It's one of those things where it would have worked out best for us. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. This game's playing out a lot how people sort of the chat as an entity kind of predicted. You know, when I asked for how confident everyone was, and we were all sort of varying degrees of confident to not very confident at all. We're talking 4 to 7 range. It's kind of played out like that. We're looking good at times, and then we're looking bad at times, and neither time are we looking abject awful, and neither times are we looking amazingly great. And if we lose this game, it's probably all of our own doing to some extent. Look, I think Newcastle I think Everton are playing well. I think Everton are doing their thing. And I think they're making it very difficult for us. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like we've had the time and effort. We just haven't made it. I'm from Miami and we have the Dolphins. I was right. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, speech sake as well. Oh my God, I actually got it. The Jacksonville Jaguars. I understand something. Because the Jags, the only reason I know the Jags is the Jacksonville Jaguars are owned by the Khans, who also... we could talk about Fulham, but more importantly to me, own AEW Wrestling. A Top Mark on YouTube. If you're into wrestling stuff, subscribe to my wrestling channel that I've just started and I'm still trying to figure out. But that's the only reason I know the Jags, because the Jaguars are owned by the same people. But yeah, I'm surprised I got the Dolphins right. I'm surprised. I'm happy. I feel smart. I feel accomplished. I shouldn't, but I do. Iwobi snaps at it from range. Unsurprisingly, West Ham are showing a lot of frustration here. There is a lot of frustration coming from West Ham. I just realised that I've had the volume turned down the entire half. I could have been hearing stuff. I'm having an absolute nightmare. Yeah, West Ham it's just not. You know, it's just not clicking. It's just not stepping right now. And. I don't know. The commentator's just bringing up here how we've only won one of our last 5 league games. And I do think there is an element of we need to sort of figure out what we're doing with that. We are in a tricky situation. Ben Rama's slipping over there. We're in a tricky situation here where, again, I think the tactics are correct / were correct, but it's just not happening. We could do some subs. I mean, how would you lot would sort it? That's a question I want to ask, is how would you lot sort it? Because I feel like subs are an answer, right? But if you're doing like for like, is it going to change much? I don't know. I don't think so. If you're changing the style, you probably want to put more attacking players on, but I don't know how you would do that. Maybe you look towards a 4-4-2. Maybe you would look towards a 4-4-2 and you bring on, I guess, Yarmolenko up front, or you put Bowen up front and you bring on Vlasic or the Yarmolenko out wide or something, just to try and put more pressure on them. But Antonio is finding himself deeper and deeper consistently in this game. It makes sense when we're trying to defend from set pieces. It does make sense to an extent because Antonio is obviously so good in the air that having him at corners and free kicks that are deep and stuff coming back makes sense. But when he ends up being the guy to control it and we try to go forward, it's like, well, he's not there, so we're relying on him to run the entire. I don't know. It just seems counterintuitive to an extent. But then again, everything from us seems a bit counterintuitive today. It's just not clicked or slapped in the same way. And look, I say this, and as disappointed as I am so far. Good ball in. Souček can't quite get there. It goes out for a goal kick. But I tell you what, a decent ball in. As disappointed as I am with the game today, we're getting a replay here. Benrahma does well down the left-hand side, twisting and turning past the Coleman. And it was a very good ball in, and Souček just a little bit too underneath it. Close. That could have fine margins. As I was about to say, as disappointed as I am in the game today and West Ham's performance today to an extent, it is all fine margins, and it could have been very different if it was just the other side of it. You know what I mean? Could have been the other side of it, but still, it's still only 0-0. Still getting a point from it as of yet. And with 25 minutes to go, there's still plenty of time to see what happens. Vlasic trying to get a goal. Love that, Peach. Would love that. Can't lie to you, mate. Would love that. There's no sorting, lack of finishing. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Lanzini for Fornals right now. The Fornals yellow card is making me more and more nervous. I can't lie to you. Everton getting good area now on the outside of the box, just to the outside of it, right by the left corner flag. Trying to do something, but Cresswell just chests it down from the cross into Fabianski's hands. Dealt with calmly from West Ham. Dealt with very calmly. This game has 92nd minute Townsend wonder goal written all over it. You're not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong whatsoever. It really does. Don't put that forward to the atmosphere. I mean, but it does. It does. We can't lie like it doesn't. Yarmo's comment feels right-footed from outside the box. Score right-footed. That's a bold prediction, Val. That is a very bold prediction. Listen, we've seen Yarmolenko score against Everton at Goodison Park before. He scored an absolute swazzer from outside the box against him. And I think it might not be a bad shout. To be honest with you, it might not be the bad shout getting Yarmolenko on right now. I'm starting to think about it. Someone who can take shots from range, someone who's not gonna he's gonna have a lot of people ahead of him, but at the same time, I'm all over the shot today. I can hear my own voice, and I'm just like a babbling mess. I really do think it might be a decent opportunity for Yarmolenko on this one. If they're sitting deep and giving us space outside the box, which they are, we're putting off shots. Antonio is a good opportunity. Good block, to be fair, by whoever their number 5 is. I think it's Michael Keane. Decent block. If they are going to give us those opportunities to shoot from just outside the box, get the people who can do it consistently on. Get Yarmolenko on, I'm looking at a bench. Just pull up the bench very quickly again here. You're looking at, say, Yarmolenko and Lanzini to really start putting pressure on them from just outside the box. Maybe those are options you take. Maybe you take off Bowen and Fornals and you bring on Yarmolenko and Lanzini, and you just start peppering them, absolutely peppering them. Both people who know how to score last-minute winners, in Yarmolenko and Lanzini, both people who know how to change games. I don't think they wouldn't work right now. I think you'd be losing defensive work rate with Fornals, as your boy Titch brought up earlier from Hammers Fans United. I think you'd lose something from them coming from losing Fornals, and that's probably what David Moyes is thinking. I think his analysis of that situation was 100% correct. But if they are going to give us that space and time in and around the box to pull off shots, which they sort of are, get Lanzini and Yarmolenko on, Get Lanzini, Yarmolenko on, get them running, get them just pelting shots at them. That's kind of how I would feel. But I don't know. Antonio wins a throw-in, very, very deep into the box. Also very deep. It looked like Ray. Is Ray at the game? I'm going to message Ray and ask him again. It looked like Ray's at the game. Ray, of course, my co-host on Two Spanners, One Hammer, the Hammer Chat Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you. If you haven't already, you can have a look over on our Patreon, patreon.com/Hammers Chat. Me and Ray do a show over there called Two Spanners, One Hammer, which you can guest on. If you're a patron, by the way, and you'd like to be a guest on the Two Spanners, One Hammer podcast, as me and Ray do once a week, get in touch. Let me know, and I would love to have you on. However, he does live and work in Liverpool, and I feel like I just saw him in the crowd. Are you at the game? Saw someone in the crowd who looked like you. Let me see what he says. We'll see what he says. But yeah, if you haven't already, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Hammers Chats. For me, this is going to be 0-0. Yeah, I agree with you, ATRN. I agree with you at this point a little bit. Wasn't right, it was a boiled egg. Hey, enough of that. I won't have any disrespect to my co-host around these parts. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Miller's Games, hello. Hello, nice flary on picture. Love that from you. Love that from you. Ray replied, no, couldn't get tickets. He sent me a picture of his bar. He's watching the game. He's just watching a bum there. Shame. Hello, Ray. If you see this, you're right, mate. So it wasn't Ray. Maybe it was a boiled egg then. But, you know, I will not have disrespect to my co-host around here. No disrespect. Even if Ray would have laughed at that joke. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Antonio's still down here. Antonio's still down. Which, again, I feel like you almost just should have a backup striker. I don't know. Maybe it's a wild idea, I know. Ugh. Looking at a replay. Yeah, it's probably, I mean, is that a foul? Is that a foul on? It's probably, I don't know if it's a foul. It's difficult. It's one of those ones where there isn't really much intent, there really isn't much foul, but he does end up just having a little step on his foot. And Antonio's in big pain because of it. Is it a foul? I don't know. Probably. Who knows? Not me. I'm looking at the time now. I need this to put Zuma up top or Dawson. Just start launching it. I tell you what, get Dawson on top. Their centre backs would be scared. They'd be shook. Just start him. Just get him at him. You know what I mean? Just causing issues. You know what I mean? Just start absolutely kicking people. Backup strikers are so 2019. You're right. Sorry, how gauche of me. I apologize. How old-fashioned of me. I should have. What we need is a false 9. I am dying. I am dying today, people. I apologize. But hey, look, thank you if you're here. Subscribe, all that good stuff. I promise you they're better than this usually. Iwobi and Ogbonna stepping up against each other there. Ogbonna does well to stop Iwobi marauding forward, headed forward from Rondon, but it's into the hands of Fabianski quite safely and easily. It was Townsend who does get the cross in with his weak foot. And just a glancing header, one of those ones where you just sort of flick it on as it comes past. Straight into the hands of Fabianski. West Ham on a counter-attack. Bowen tries to pull it in. Antonio. Oh, no. No. Corner. Okay. Again, not great use of the ball there, but I guess we get a corner from it. Antonio battling up against Jordan Pickford there, and Everton very angry that it ended up being a corner. There's a lot of shouts from... I really can't tell who gets the last one, to be honest with you. I really can't, but it's a corner, regardless of the facts, from the right-hand side. Whipped in. Ogbonna. Goal! Yeah. Okay. I was concerned that time because of the first one, but it's a goal. It's 1-0. Oh, my God. Seeds. We've done something. Yes. Yes. Oh, my God. We needed it. We flipping needed it. My giddy aunt. That's the wrong thing I've clicked on there. It is West Ham 1, Everton 0, and it is Angelo Ogbonna with a header from a corner who gets the goal. Yes. Yes. Whipped in by Jared Bowen, deep into the 6-yard box. And Ogbonna's just one of those ones where you just sort of, just a nice skimmer off his dome into the net. You love to see it. You love to see it. And it's 1-0. It's 1-0 as my stream goes down. No, stress. Love that, though. Love that. We'll take that all day because, to be honest with you, we're struggling. We're struggling, and our set pieces have not looked great. And so to see us get a goal like that real quick, I will take that all flipping day. Get 3 extra defenders on now. I don't necessarily disagree. Still. Right. What do I need? I need to go to here. I need to go to here. Let's get this. We'll do this. Oggy. Oi. Let's go. 1-0 to West Ham. Angelo Ogbonna with the headed goal. Love to see it. My God. How will that change the game? Interesting to see how that changes the game. Will we get more defensive? Will we try to step forward a bit more? What's going to happen after this? You know, there's been times where we've scored and all of a sudden the floodgates have started to open. I mean, Everton do need to come a little bit more out of their shell now than they were previously. And that's not a diss to them. They were doing their thing and they might still continue to do their thing. But if they're wanting something from this game, they do need to step up a little bit now. Step up. And that's going to give the likes of Benrahma, Fornals, Bowen and Antonio some space to play in. It could go well for us right now. 1-0 West Ham. 1-0 West Ham. I'm now about 30 seconds further behind than I was previously. You love to see it, but we move. And it's Ogbonna with a goal. Love that. We needed this. I strongly agree, Millers, mate. I strongly agree. We really did need it. Souček's down on the floor. I didn't see anything there. I think they're saying collision with Rondon, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. Oh, no. It's accidental from Rondon, to be fair. He obviously doesn't mean it at all. He's just trying to get his balance, and his stud's going to the side of Souček's head. Oh. Big no on that one. That looked intentional. The way his foot moves back is weird, but I'd be willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was accidental. I mean, why would you do it? You'd have to know Souček was on the floor behind you in that exact position to move your foot back to stamp on his face. I don't think it's intentional at all. But flipping out, lucky not to have his eyes, says Michael. You are not wrong. You are not lost a tooth. Yeah, I mean, ugh. Yeah, I didn't even see it, to be fair. So all of a sudden, after the chance comes back, I see Souček just on the floor. My God, that stat the commentator just said there. It has been 90 years, 9-0, since West Ham won back-to-back games at Goodison Park. Flipping heck. We may be onto it right now. If we win, then I'm subscribing and liking. Well, then I flipping hope we win then. Flipping hope we win, Millers. Thank you for coming, though. I appreciate it regardless. Good to see you. And hey, come back. Even if you don't subscribe, mate, come back and I appreciate it. To be honest, I just appreciate you being here for the first point, so don't worry about it. Fabianski collects it. Look, we got 12 minutes plus stoppage time to go here. 12 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And to be honest with you, I'm fairly confident of a win right now. We've obviously not been great. Fornals and Benrahma just trying to link up. It was a nice effort there. Doesn't quite work out. Look, if Everton were going to score, I feel like they would have done it. Now, at the same time, that's not to say they can't score. Of course, they most certainly could. However, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, to be honest with you, it seems all right for us right now. Demarai Gray tries to take on Ben Johnson, who does well, and then wins a throw-in. Johnson does very well there. Johnson does really well. Demarai Gray is not an easy person to go up against, and he deals with it relatively well. Everton making their first substitution, number 17 coming off for number 24. Not certain. Who's the number 24? Iwobi's to 17. I can tell you that much. Not sure. Interestingly, Craig Dawson's also coming on for Thomas Souček, who's had to come off. Thomas Souček, who again, his head was stamped on. Anthony Gordon is his name. Okay, fair enough. Don't know anything about the kid, but fair enough. Souček, whose head was stamped on, has gone off, and Dawson has come on in his place. I'd be interested to see how that ends up working out formationally. Would that mean maybe Dawson goes to right back and Ben Johnson steps up into the DM role? We just change to a 3 at the back? We could just change to a 3 at the back, to be fair. But then who would play that role? I guess it would be Rice and Fornals in the middle. And then you have a sort of front three of Bowen, Antonio, and Benrahma. That's another option. Is another option. Is what it is. Your streams are great, and because I can't watch the game live, you really help. Well, thank you. I genuinely appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you. I think I've been an absolute mess today. I can't lie to you, bro. I think I've been an absolute mess, but I appreciate the kind comments regardless. I really do. I really do. So we're settling for 1-1. I mean, to be fair, like we say that, but you look at the bench. Who are you going to bring on as a replacement for a DM? Apart from the 3 centre-backs we have. We've got 3 centre-backs. If someone was getting subbed on, it would probably be a centre-back, wouldn't it? And to be honest, we could talk about it being parking the bus, for example, parking the old bus, potentially. But it's not like this isn't the exact formation we were playing last season for all of last season. So is it parking the bus? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's just a shame we've changed to it once Souček's gone off, when this was the formation that really worked for him. I don't know. Everton trying to get forward, but West Ham packing out the box now. We have changed to this 3 at the back. We definitely have. It looks like to me we've changed to 3 at the back. We're basically playing the exact same formation we were last season, I believe. I'm not sure who's in that centre midfield position. I think it's Fornals, but I'll have to have a deeper look in a minute as the game goes on. No Crowell is out injured, unfortunately. What's our formation? I believe 9-1, may just not entirely incorrect there. I think we're playing the exact same formation we did last year, Wally. So I think what we're seeing is a sort of 5-2-3-ish, or a 4-3-4. Sorry, a 3-4-3, or however you want to word it. 4-3-3. That's not formation, Charlie. That's not maths. We'll see. But corner from there, Everton just booted straight over from Ben Godfrey. We'll see how it works out. We'll see what kind of thing we'll see. Most set piece goals from last season was us, 17, but not this season. I don't think. I thought I said this season. I was very shocked. Tried to sort of have a brief look at the team. It does seem to be what I'm saying. It does seem to be Rice and Fornals being the deeper of the 2. We've changed to a 3 at the back. Cresswell obviously out in the sort of left wing back position. Johnson at right wing back. Fornals and Rice being the deeper of the 2. So if there is a double pivot, it would be those 2. Benrahma getting forward. Well, he's got Antonio far to the left of him, not really in a good position, but he finds Bowen, who was in a much better position to receive the ball on the right. Looking to try and dribble his way through. Can't quite manage it. Certainly a big lack of people going forward now. A big lack of people going forward. It is exactly what I thought it was. So we're playing a 3 at the back with Dawson with Dawson, Zuma, and Ogbonna. We have Ben Johnson on the right hand side as a wing back. We have Cresswell as a wing back on the left hand side. We've got a sort of double pivot with Fornals and Declan Rice in the center, with Bowen, with Benrahma just slightly ahead of him, with Antonio and Bowen up front. That's the sort of formation we're looking with now. Sort of shape we're looking at now. Probably, look, it is what it is. Like I said, there wasn't many options. Could have brought on Lanzini. Rice go back to a more defensive role. Fair, Jacob, fair. I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with you, but again, we did 3 centre-backs on the bench for a reason. He bloody loves the centre-back. I don't disagree with you there. Or could have brought on Masuaku, which would have been a more attacking 5 at the back. You're not wrong. Certainly things I didn't think about, to be fair. I think that's a fair point. I've got to go now, but I'll be back next week for the Tottenham game, hopefully. Thank you very much for coming, Miller's Game. I hope you enjoy yourself. Have a good week and all that good stuff. And if you come back next time, I'll see you then. Take care. I think you raised some good points there about could have brought on Lanzini or Masuaku. Lanzini especially, again, I don't know. It would have been interesting to me, but I think that's probably a fair point. I think that's probably a fair point. Sorry, again, I'm going back to bed after this. Fornals does well, finds Antonio. Rice. Cresswell's arriving late on the left-hand side. He finds him. Cresswell, good. This is a great opportunity to put in a good ball. And he doesn't. He does not at all. He puts the ball maybe in the only space he could have across that front line, which had no one in apart from an Everton player. Still, we've won a corner from it. Can't complain too much. Oggy going for that brace. Love that. Get him in there. Get him in there. Come on. I think Ogbonna won it for us. What do you think? Yeah, probably. I can't lie. Probably. But to be fair, Everton look very lackluster right now, so it seems the tactic working. Rondon is dead. Yeah, the verve, the energy they had seems to have disappeared, to be fair. Played in. Oh, Zuma was there, as was Dawson. Dawson, another big boy in the box now. It's another good opportunity for West Ham. It's scrambling. Ogbonna hits it. Ooh, wide. Close. A scramble in the box. Scrappy. Just lots of people trying to find anything there. And Ogbonna's the one who ends up getting a shot. Fair play to him, trying it, but it is what it is. Being at the cinema, I like the scoreline. What's it been like? Not as fun as not as comfortable as the scoreline maybe makes it suggest. Although 1-0 doesn't sound that comfortable. Collingwood, but good to see you. Hope. What did you guys see at the cinema? But yeah, first half we were probably the better team, but we're not a better team. We certainly had the most of possession. Rice shooting from range like he's ever going to score again. Stop it. Just why? Stop. I looked it up yesterday, by the way. Rice has had 2 shots on target, and they're the only 2 that have gone in. They're both in the Europa League. Every other shot has been off target. Stop it. My God. Lanzini coming on here for Said Benrahma. I think he's had, do you know what? I think he's had a good game, but his shots have been hitting. He's come up against a brick wall of people. But I think he's played well, to be fair to him. But Lanzini is coming on now. Yeah, first half we had the lion's share of possession, but we weren't really creating many chances from it. We weren't creating the amount of chances we should have, at least. I think we ended up with 7 shots compared to Everton's 5, which seems like the most, but they came in very quick succession. There was a long period of time where we only had 1 shot on target. We just weren't creating. Also, 1 shot. We just weren't creating enough. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. Second half, I thought Everton were pretty much the better side, to be fair. I think they've been playing very Rafa Benitez football. If you've seen Newcastle or any team under Rafa Benitez, you know what it is. It's compact, functional, counter-attacking football at its best, quite literally at its best. And they probably looked like a better team. They were creating quite a bit, but we got the goal from a corner. Angelo Ogbonna gets it, and since then it's been mostly us. And I think it's comfortable. But yeah, Venom 2 was pretty decent. Hopefully helps. Whoa, okay. I'll be thinking. Do you know what? When Venom 1 came out, I was like, can't be asked, and I didn't end up watching it, right? But the Venom 2 trailer and everything I saw about Venom 2 interested me a lot. So I'm going to go back and watch the original Venom at some point. We meant to do it yesterday. We just didn't get around to it. And I know Venom 2, wasn't Venom 2 being directed by Andy Serkis as well, which is doubly interesting to me. I don't know. I'm interested in it. But anyway, pointless. West Ham on the attack. Bowen dinks it. Ooh, saved by Jordan Pickford there. But West Ham creating something there. Antonio finds Bowen, who cuts into a stronger foot and then tries to just dink it over. Can't quite get it, but it's a good save by Pickford. He forces it well. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're getting this close to the end of the game here. So remember, everyone, that Gonzo will be live for a full-time review in just a few minutes. He will be live for a match review. If that's something you're interested in, definitely stick around for that, because I will post the link in the chat. Played in. Oh, headed away from Everton. Zuma collects the ball on the halfway line. West Ham with possession, pressing quickly from Everton. Booted in towards Pickford, easily into his hands. Remember, everyone, that West Ham, Hammer's chat at the moment are brought to you in cahoots with Manscaped. If you want that sort of thing, if you're in the market for a product to shave your nether regions and sort of stuff like the weed whacker for your nose and that sort of stuff, if you go to Manscaped, uk.manscaped.com, and you put Hammer's Chat in at checkout, you'll get 20% off. Thank you very much to Manscaped. Shout out. You know what they are. Everyone's sponsored by them at some point. It's our turn currently. Manscaped.com. Hammer's Chat at the checkout for 20% off. We'll be getting the injury time in a minute. We're on the 90th minute here. It's looking more and more likely like it's going to be a West Ham win. Thank you very much for coming, everyone. If you haven't already, if you haven't already, that makes no sense. I was trying to say something else, but I was thinking about something else. If you haven't already, subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for coming. I genuinely do appreciate it. It looks like it's going to end up a 1-0 win to West Ham here, which we would 100% take for a performance like today. Antonio trying to charge his way through, can't quite manage it. Pickford picks the ball up. It looks like it's going to end up being a 1-0. And you know what? We'll take that. Given today's performance, we'll take that. It's been an iffy one. 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. It is what it is. We'll take it. Chicken bacon 2, medium fries, cheeseburger, and a choco shake en route. Scott, that is a big order, my friend. I'm loving that. Loving that. I'm assuming it's for 2 people, given the 2 medium fries and not a single large, for example. But if it's just for you, well, if it's for 2 people, which burger are you having? But if it's just for you, love that. Love that. Love that. One minute of stoppage time down, still 1-0. West Ham riding there like a little bit. There was a good chance in the middle of all that for Damari Gray. Coleman played it across. Gray hits it and Zuma blocks it well, to be fair. Arms behind the back, not even close to it. Zuma, man, what a player he's been, to be fair. What an absolute boy he's been since he's come in. I've loved that from Zuma. Thank you, Governor. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it. All for me, baby. Yes. Yes. Get in there, Scott. Come on, let's go. You're making me very hungry. I'm going to go and find food straight after this, but I love that from you. I absolutely adore that from you. Enjoy it, my friend. Enjoy it. See you Thursday. See you Thursday, Chuck. Thank you very much, as per usual, my friend. Remember, Stuart Moss Accountants, by the way, everyone. If you haven't already, get involved. Haven't already, they're accountants, your accounting professionals. They got everything you need. Your finance people, personal, business, they're there for you. Stuart Morris, check them out. Great stream. Thank you. I'm just clicking on things that people saying thank you to me now. It feels very I don't know, self-aggrandizing. I'm not here for it. I called it as 1-0, just got scored the wrong time. Common Yuans, then I'm off for a Wendy's. Love that. Enjoy Wendy's. Never been to a Wendy's. Obviously, they haven't got any over here. And when I was in America, I went to New York, and I don't even think I saw a Wendy's. Don't know if they're in New York, to be fair. But I like food talk. It's because I'm hungry, but I do like food talk. Yarmolenko is coming on for West Ham. We've got just over a minute left of stoppage time, so I'm sure he's going to impact the game greatly. And Jared Bowen is the guy who's making way for him. 20 for 7. Jared Bowen coming off now for Yarmolenko. There's just enough time. There's a minute left. Just enough time for us to talk about our man of the match. Ladies and gentlemen, get your votes in. Who is your man of the match? The person who gets the most votes that I can tell, sort of just using my eyes. No scientific nature here. Will win the Hams chat man of the match. For me, it's a difficult one. Obviously, the temptation is to say Ogbonna because he got the goal. I don't know. I'm interested to see what you lot are saying, to be honest, because I'm undecided. So I'll be interested to see what you say. Massive win. Zuma has been immense. He has been immense. That's fair. Maybe it is Kurt Zuma. Maybe Kurt Zuma is the guy, to be fair. But thank you very much, Glenn. Good to see you. I assume that means it's full time for you lot as well. If it's not, it's about to be on mine. It's about to be on mine. We'll see what happens. West Ham do well to recollect the ball. Declan Rice is steaming forward here. That's a good pass out to Mikel Antonio, who's in space here on the left-hand side. Cuts inside. Could have and maybe should have been 2. A wasted opportunity there from Mikel Antonio. Referee is looking at his watch. Maybe one last twist. Everton breaking forward, played in. Rondon's there. It's out. It's a corner. It's a corner right at the death. I'm trying not to look at the chat because obviously I think the game might end for you. Well, it will end for you significantly before me. I don't want to ruin it. This is it. Pickford's forward. This is the last chance for Everton. At worst, we get a point from this West Ham, but I feel like we might get 3 as long as we deal with this well. It's played in. Header. Godfrey came flying in. The header goes over. And there it is. It ends. Everton 0, West Ham 1. We will take it. We will take it. Wally World with 999. Thank you very much, my friend. A win without risking Charlie's stomach with the lucky oranges. Yes, exactly. That's the important thing. And my stomach is in big trouble because, as I said, I don't have my medication today. So I'm going to have an absolute nightmare. But there we go. It ends. West Ham United 1, Everton 0. A difficult game. We cannot stress how difficult that game was, if we're being honest. It was rough. It was a rough one. And we've come out on the other side of it with a big dub, which is a huge benefit to us. I will be here until Gonzo is ready with his live review. So let's have a look at what we're saying. Man of the match, Ogbonna. Difficult choice, but Ogbonna. Man of the match, Yarmolenko. I will take it. We'll take it. Thanks, Charlie. Good work. Thank you very much. Smash that like button, as Hams Fans United says, everyone. Smash it and subscribe. Subscribe, more importantly, to Hams Fans United as well. Big, excellent dude. Big bits. What else we saying? Ogbonna. Thank you, Todd. Enjoy Wendy's. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your day. Seeing it's very early over there. Charlie Man. Benitez. Yeah, fair. Ben Johnson. Okay. Calvert-Lewin. Sure. Who else are we saying? Rice. Rice is a fair shout. Billy Bonds. I think Zuma. I think I'd probably give mine to Zuma. I'm in love with Kurt Zuma. I think it's the problem. I say it's a problem. It's not a problem at all, but you know. Ben Johnson was exceptional tonight. Oggy and Zuma came up crucial with those late tackles. That's fair. That's what I would say. You said late blocks, not tackles. That's fair. It's quite quality showed in the end. I would agree with that. Massive 3 points and clean sheet. Happy fucking days. Big time. I tell you what, it's a big dub in it. It's a big dub. It feels like it almost shouldn't be, but it is. Like 1-0 is like, oh, you won 1-0. But like to battle for that one, that's a big victory there. We'll take very happily. What else are we saying? I'll give it to, I tell you what, Ogbonna, because most people have said Ogbonna. Because he got the goal. Without the goal would have been Rice. Ogbonna for the goal, but loved Rice. That's a fair point. So man of the match in the chat today. The Hammers chat man of the match. Congratulations to Angelo Ogbonna. He got the goal, he got the dub, and he got the man of the match award. What a day for Angelo. Like I said, Gonzo will be live with his full match review in just a couple of minutes. I'm just waiting for him to be ready. But yeah, we will be going live to that. I'll be posting a link in the chat for you all to just have a little click, have a little move over there. And I appreciate you all for coming. Remember, like the video if you haven't already, subscribe if you're around here, all of that good stuff. And once again, just because I was told by Geo I need to talk about it. Manscaped is a thing that we are sponsored by and brought to you by at the moment. If you are in the market for those sort of products, if you want a clean shaven undercarriage, nose hair trimmer, all that sort of good stuff. Skin safe technology over there at manscaped.com. Use Hammers Chat in the checkout and you'll get 20% off. Love it. Love to see it. Things you love to see. God Bonner is back. Too many wanted him dropped. Yeah, I think if you're looking at his full performance, I think he was all right. But you're looking at a dub at the end of it, and you can't complain too much about that. You can't complain too much about that at all. So Gonzo's live review is about to go live, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go and have a gander, it's going to be a grand old time. He'll be live in just a moment. But once again, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Like the video if you haven't subscribed, all that good stuff. Genuinely appreciate all your support. I will be back, of course, on Thursday for the Genk game against Henk, as it were. Would love to see it. Would love to see you all there. And if you do make it, we appreciate you. But thank you much for coming. Come on, you irons. And until next time, have a good one. See you later, everyone. Take care. Bye.